Welcome back, everybody, for the war for the crown, as we dive headfirst into the Exaltation Gala. And so, in the notes, as well as in the chat here, I have put the kind of format that we will be following for the Exaltation Gala. Each round represents 30 minutes of time. You can move from one area of the Senate to another as a free action on your turn. And then each round, you have one action to do one of the following. Make progress on your mission. Influence an NPC to build a relationship. Discover, gather information about, or observe a specific NPC, or info that could be useful in your future interactions with them to try to influence. You can also influence an area of the Senate. So each zone itself, you might be able to pick up on some hot goss, maybe some stuff that could help you complete your missions, etc., etc. And then, of course, throughout the course of the evening, special events will be occurring each round that you will have an opportunity to be a part of, respond to, or, just hang out and see. But let us not forget that format. My last group did it for about 4 sessions. So
we're having a party.
We're having a party indeed. Now, of course, you do have your missions, which you will find in your character sheets under your campaign notes. So in the notes section of your character sheet. If you have trouble finding it, please let me know. It should be the book icon after you open it. You each have your individual missions. You are expected to help each other if you need to, but each of you kind of has your own objective. You have a set number of rounds to complete these missions. So, and in some rounds, you may not be able to make progress on your mission depending on circumstances based around our little events here. But before we kind of go into the recap, are there any questions about your missions, the gala format, any of that?
So you said it's only one action for the entire round.
Yes, and that represents 30 minutes of time too. So,
okay. Is there anything I could basically pitch in between that? So, like, if I want to give someone something in our team.
Yes, you can help each other without worrying about, But whenever you're trying to accomplish a specific task, that is your action for the round. So,
gotcha. Okay.
There will be times where I might ask you to roll perception, or I might ask you to roll whatever when other things are happening. But when we're in like a standard social round, you get your one action to decide how you want to do things.
So, if I want to aid somebody, if I'm a couple of my friends here aren't nobility and they might be a little nervous, so maybe I want to introduce them to someone to, help make a connection. That's my action on my turn, correct?
Well, it depends on if you're trying to influence that person specifically. So, if you are trying to make an impression on that person, then yes, that is your action.
But what
if you're just helping someone and then you leave after you make the the aid check, that's fine.
Is that just free?
Yeah, that's just fine.
Okay, because I kind of felt for me and my character, I would try to help first, help people make introductions or help them seek out who they're looking for.
It's up to you guys. Like I said, moving around the Senate is free. So the first thing we're going to do in this kind of first social round is get your bearings of the Senate. And then as you get your bearings of the Senate, I may have some things that happen that you overhear, etc., etc., and it'll help you start pinpointing where certain people are.
Also thought, if it's okay with you, maybe the first thing we do is a conference call.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we can all kind of figure out
a game plan.
What we want to do. Yeah,
absolutely.
If that'd be okay.
It's not like we're panicking, but we're panicking.
Martella picked this team for a reason.
We're in now. What do we do?
But on the subject of Martella, if there are no further questions.
Wait. I just wanted to clarify too, because I asked GM this a couple days ago. We're not supposed to tell anyone that we're working for Martella.
Correct.
That was a given.
So if anybody asks why we're here,
you were invited.
We need to have a good
Well, your badges indicate that you are at least the aid to someone.
Right, but if they're whose aid are you? Everybody just say my brother, okay?
Yeah, they're gonna have to spin a story.
Okay.
All right, but
just to flick from the conversation.
That's very true. You can do that absolutely.
So, as far as what happened last time, we did our fun little introductions. We had some wonderful RP, as you guys all overheard some things going on around the city of Opara. Reminder, because today and moving forward, this little journal I have for you is going to start filling up real fast as you learn things, hear about things, etc., etc. All these names I'm going to slowly reveal to you over the course of the day and the future days to come. And you'll be able to leverage that information in not only your social engagements today at the Exaltation Gala, but also in the future as we progress through the campaign. So keep that in mind. I will try to update it during sessions. Sometimes I do it in between sessions because it's easier and we might be in the midst of some intense roleplay. But nonetheless, you all met with Martella Lafide, who is quite elusive. Crafty, she basically, you guys learned, she has gone to great lengths to both protect her identity as well as to arrange that meeting with you. And during that meeting, she presented you with badges that you are wearing for the late Voritas family, which is a line of senators that died over a century ago. So they no longer exist. But it's enough to give you a cover to get you inside as long as no one gets to inspect you too closely. And these, of course, allow you to do group chat, as my other group calls it.
I call it conference call.
To each other, as well as Martella. Martella told you that she would be here at the Exaltation Gala, and that you are, of course, to accomplish your missions, but to also enjoy yourself. Get to know the who's who. This is an opportunity to change the direction of your lives, because all the who's who of Taldor are here today for Exaltation. Let's see, and I think, oh yes, you guys, made your preparations, headed here. We had a fun little social encounter in line with a merchant who was trying to sell you Dignity's Bob, is what he calls it, a legendary treasure. Surely this is not a Chekhov's gun. And then you eventually made your way to the top of the stairs, where you met Wasilica the Fantabulous and her troop, who were kind of stonewalled at the doorway, and Merir was so kind as to help her and her troop make their way through, where she encouraged you to come see the show, should you have some time. And then you all had to sneak things into the Exaltation Gala, where Rosette Kasner had to help Dr.Erik sneak in his little infiltrator's elixir that totally would have been suspicious. But the rest of
You're welcome.
With weapons are peace-minded. Rosette Kasner managed to hide her corset knife, and you entered first thing into the Arcade of Triumphs. And so, that is where our session will begin today, as you enter the Arcade of Triumphs. And remember, I have not put 1,000 tokens on the board, but this place is packed with hundreds of people. So, and it's still early too, so it's still going to be filling up as the night goes on. So always assume that you're kind of maneuvering through crowds and stuff like that. It is not, as open as the map makes it seem.
Okay.
But you have the format of the Exaltation Gala, of course. And then, as a reminder of what you saw when you first entered, you have entered the Arcade of Triumphs. This entry gallery celebrates Taldor's abundant military and political glories. Banners and trophies line the halls of the arcade, some displayed openly, while others rest behind intricate glass cases, while armor stands and display cases present countless artifacts belonging to great heroes and soldiers of Taldor's past. A score of Taldan Phalanx troops, the guys that look like Roman legions, stand at attention, acting as both ceremonial honor guard for the Senate and guides to some of the military assets on display. So that is, of course, the description for this room. I will provide you with descriptions of the rest of the rooms as you make your way.
I thought before we went in, we do a little conference call, figure out what is the plan.
As far as your mission, or
My plan is to go have a good time and go meet a few people.
Would anyone like an introduction, perhaps?
Sure.
I will need to keep that in mind. First, I'll need to find the High Strategos' vicinity.
This is true. Perhaps
I just need to find the Baron.
I will.
Whoever they is.
I will stick with Bruadar, and we will go chat some people until we decide what to do.
Yes, that reminds me, actually, Merir, I have something to provide for you. I will approach you at some point in time in this situation. I have a nice little thing that I think will come in handy for you, just in case. Let me see. If I like to give one of those to our friend Merir here, just in case you need it.
It's presumably some form of alcohol.
No worries. It's not alcoholic, but it does have a little tang to it.
Little kit.
I like to think it's like liquid courage because it gives him like, a bonus. And so it only lasts a minute though, so you gotta drink it before you do the thing. But for now, currently, hundreds of nobles, senatorial aides, and visiting dignitaries are mingling within and without the grand halls of the Senate. People are still piling in, and so this is a moment for you all to kind of get a lay of the land. So please feel free to maneuver about as you do. I will explain to you when you see new things.
Okay, so we can...
Yes. And then once you kind of got a lay of the land, you can start figuring out, all right, what am I going to do? Please, take your time. Merir, as you pass through the Arcades of Triumphs, it's, like I said, this is like a museum of Taldor's military history. The Taldan phalanx, of course, stand as the ceremonial guards, as well as guides to many of the artifacts.
Oh yeah, he's very both a proud patriot of the Empire and a member of its military, and a guy from the Hicks. He's just impressed on all three fronts.
Oh yeah, this is your room. You're in your element. All right, the rest of you. You can see that there are doorways, Lady Kasner, on the far side.
Yes, I am looking for the champagne.
The champagne? Well, there are servants and others all rushing about. Little halfling servants that look like this. They look like all sorts of little, lots of them are halflings. There are humans and such also mixed in between, but a lot of the servants are halflings.
I take some.
Yeah, here you go, miss. And he hands you a sherry.
Thank you.
Lady
You should be able to
Kasner,
move from there.
as you kind of turn that corner, you see a woman of almost legendary stature. Well over 6 feet. But though age seems to have bent her, and she is currently perusing the various military artifacts.
She is striking fear into my soul.
Same.
But this woman, she's kind of gallivanting about. She's kind of got like a mean look on her face, looking at all the various artifacts.
I don't know if I should interrupt her or not.
Mm-hmm. Remember, this first round is just for you to kind of get your bearings. So there's plenty more places to be. You're currently in the Arcade of Triumphs.
Peeking around.
Yeah. Get comfortable, maneuver around, reveal the map so you know what's what.
No hidden corners.
No hidden
I want to make sure Bruadar gets able to move. Oh, actually, Laura, I have a question. How do you say your character's name? Because sometimes I feel like you say Bruadar with an N in it.
Bruadar. I probably am saying it wrong too sometimes. So.
It's your character, so I just want to make sure I'm saying it right.
No, you're good. It's Bruadar if I remember right, but
with an N in it.
I'm tired this week. With an Bruadar, it just comes out because you get the Hick accent in it, so it adds an N. If that makes sense.
Okay. Start checking out the other areas of the Senate. See what you see, but clearly this area is definitely focused on military.
So we can go past this?
Yeah, there's a door. You can open it.
I see. I was waiting.
Where'd you go? What?
Lady Kasner, as you open the door.
Oh my goodness. It is Wisilica.
As you open the door, breathtaking gardens surround the Senate building. Catered patios, segregated by short iron fences, coordinated military displays, and even a makeshift zoo of imported animals and magical beasts fill the few open spaces here, even including a small hive of bees busily pollinating the exotic flowers and making the honey used by the Senate kitchens. Many of the senior nobles enjoy the breaks between ceremonies in this open space. And as you look, you see 3 individuals standing in the center. You see one woman dressed in all black, having a conversation with 2 other folks. One lady who looks like this, who has a bit more of a serious expression, while this man seems to be enjoying himself. And they all clearly look like they came together. What might stand out to you is the complexion of the 2 individuals on the left and in the middle. Their complexion is reflective of someone who might have more Kellish origins, similar to Martella. While, like I said, this woman is dressed in all black. Black clothing, black jewelry, black hair, everything. So
an emo kid a little bit?
my other group refers to her as the goth girl boss.
Okay, cool.
Above you, or above the gardens, on the edges, are 2 like galleries or verandas that people can look over.
Okay.
So you can see that Wasilica is up there, like entertaining the children.
Gotcha.
And not only do you see Wasilica, but as you enter, both Merir and Rosette Kasner, you get a little ping on your badge, and it says it's Martella. And she says, "Oh, I see you finally arrived." And look up for a second.
Okay, I look up.
And as you look up, you see on the far side, 15 feet up on the opposite veranda, is Martella. And she gives you a little wave. Told you I'd be here. And I promise, no tricks this time. It's the real deal.
Pleasure to finally meet you, but I'm not gonna wave back. I don't want people to know that I know her.
Exactly. Very, very smart.
Like
Well-
it's going.
Like I said, you all have your duties, but please, today is also a day for celebration. Enjoy yourself.
Can I ask her who these people are?
You can. So yes, if you guys need like a little info, just like some general stuff, there is info I will reveal to you as you engage in conversation with different people
Okay.
or discover. But Lady Martella can tell you that this woman
Who are these people?
is Marquette Charlotte Deschamps. While she can tell you that this is Lady Zariah Clement, and this is Earl Gahez Verena.
Okay, thank you.
And would you like to ask about the woman in the other room as well?
Oh, who is that very tall woman?
Ah, yes, the giant of a woman. That would be Baroness Adela Voyne.
She is terrifying to me.
Ah, yes. She's a retired Talon Phalanx Knight Commander.
Oh my god.
As you guys get to meet people, I will start revealing names to you so you can just
okay.
highlight them and know who they are.
So she used to be in the Phalanx?
Yes, she's a retired Knight Commander.
So I'll ping Merir and be like, was he on that call?
Yeah, all of you are.
Be like,
we all hear your conversation. Yes.
she might be good for you to talk to.
Yes, I expected as much. I will follow up on this once I've accomplished my task.
Indeed. But other than that, there are of course countless servants, etc., but you do not see your target.
No targets.
And then I want to kind of get an idea, because you have a lot of these bussers going in and out. I want to figure out where they're like heading to get to the kitchen area, or like where they're getting, the beverages and stuff
Well,
like that.
it does seem like a lot of them are coming and going from this further into the center.
Okay.
Oh, so we have
So,
to
yeah,
keep
I'm gonna-
revealing the map?
Yes, please keep revealing the map.
Yep.
It's a very big map. So
So keep
I'm gonna
walking.
walk
This way.
yeah, I'm gonna say
Like, I'm trying not to rush, but I think the points we're supposed to find everything and then do our missions.
Yeah. Oh, this is all the cool stuff.
Oh
Okay,
my
I was
gosh.
in the. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is where all the cool shit is. I was like, hey, okay.
So, Rosette and Merir, I'll start you guys off and stop you right there.
Sure.
The rest of you can catch up, but please do not go past them. As you enter this room, you have entered the Senate Hall, normally closed to non-senators. The vast circular Senate floor is open to special guests during the grand day of exaltation. And myriad would-be nobles take the opportunity to duck in and live out a few moments of power fantasy, issuing mock legislation or engaging in lively debates. And there's a couple things happening here. First, we will start with Rosette Kasner and Dr.Erik. As you guys enter the Senate area, you see this fine gentleman. This fine gentleman kind of standing over by the bathrooms, kind of awkwardly. And he looks super uncomfortable. He wears uncomfortably clothing of noble finery. He's constantly fidgeting with the cuffs or scratching at his neck. And his callous hands, simple hairstyle, and sun-beaten face all set him apart, as does his broad, genuine smile. And as you pass by, he says, "Oh, sorry, this is my first time here. You know," and you can see like he's a little sweaty and nervous. I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing.
I'll shake his hand.
Oh, a pleasure to meet you, man. Oh my God, how rude of me. The name's Kalbio of Breezy Creek.
Oh, where is this Breezy Creek?
Oh, it's, a little know-nothing podunk town out in the middle of the sticks, but, and he's just like, he gets like really uncomfortable. That should ring a bell to some of you.
Do you perhaps weave?
Oh yeah, that's the guy who was getting appointed during the Exaltation Gala by Stavian.
That is the guy. That is Kalbio of Breezy Creek. And he looks like a complete fish out of water.
He just looks like a guy. He looks like a little just guy.
He's just a baby.
Over the intercom, staring across the room at him talking to Rosette is like, "Oh God, she's as unfamiliar as I feared."
Oh, the poor soul.
But
He'll be fine.
Well, congratulations.
What? Congratulations for what? For what? Oh, yeah.
I forget why you are here.
No. I know why I'm here, but it's just, well, to be honest with you folks, it's a bit overwhelming. I've never been to the big city like this before. Normally I get the orders down in my workshop, but I'm just Hey,
Deep breath.
I know. He's like hyperventilating. He like calms down for a second. He's like, "Well, do you folks think you could be my big city friends?" And he gives you like this wide smile. I really need, some help.
Sure, I will invite you for tea.
For tea? Oh, wait, do I have to like hold it a certain way? And he like grabs like a cup from like a server. He's like this or like this or.
I will show you when you come.
Sounds like that kid leaves less of tea and
you didn't
more of a
mean
drink.
Today.
No. We invite guests for tea at our home.
Really?
Yes.
For tea? I've never been to a tea party before.
It is tea, and we have like little sandwiches and snacks, desserts. You will love it, trust me.
But don't I gotta learn like manners or something? Some of the folks around here, they've been staring at me, telling me that
You were not born with manners.
Well, I mean, I was born to my mom and pa. Bless their hearts.
True. Bless their hearts.
But they just own a farm out in Breezy Creek. They saved up so I could get my tools, and then I guess I got really popular and everybody thought they wanted to throw this big party for me, but to be honest, I don't really.
Deep breathing, please.
I didn't even buy this outfit. Somebody bought it for me.
I am a lady. Lady Rosette Kasner.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Miss Kasner. And he like grabs your hand like vigorously.
It is, isn't it?
And what about your friend? Is that your husband? Oh, sorry. I don't mean to make assumptions or
deep
nothing, but
breathing, please.
Right. Right.
Not
Deep
mine husband.
breathing. Deep breathing. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you too, sir. Kalbio and Breezy Creek.
With nerves like yours, you could use a stronger drink than tea, but I'm Eric.
Ah,
Dr. Erik
Do
Daughtry.
not drink what he gives.
Oh, you're a doctor? What? That's incredible. I just... Normally my hands are a little more stable, on account of my weaving and stuff, and all these tapestries, and he kind of like looks around. He's like, some of them, they even hang here in the Senate. But I just, my hands, they just can't, I haven't been able to stop shaking since I got here. It's nothing like when I'm working, and he just, he's got that like ADD, like fast talking, he can't like stop,
Are you of drinking age, my son?
That was gonna be my shit.
Well, I think so. I don't know. You see, when we're out in the sticks, we kind of just, nobody really yells at us, but I don't know what the rules are in the city. Did the city have different rules?
What
I'm not
is
sure.
your age, sir?
Oh, well, let's see. I went to my apprenticeship around 15. I think I'm maybe 20, 21.
Good enough.
Yes, that is good.
My friends, you won't survive very much longer in society if you're as jumpy as you are now.
And he kind of like grabs you, he like rushes over to you, and he like grabs your
All right.
hand. He's like, could
Space.
you teach me, Doctor Dowie? Dr. Dowie?
Daughtry.
Daughtry, could you teach me, Dr. Daughtry? I could really use a big city friend. And you're a doctor. You seem like you really know your way around this place.
Trust me, I would not be the most reliable example of nobility.
Oh, well, I think you look great.
That's the best compliment I've received in months. But
That is
Miss
so nice
Kessler
of
would
you to
definitely
say.
have a better etiquette in teachings.
Well,
This is true.
and so what are you guys going to do? Are you just going to kind of leave Kalbio to his devices for the moment? And I'll flash over to the other crew?
Oh, go ahead. You go first.
You may notice...
We can both be nice, damn it.
You may notice Kalbio is an influenceable
Yes.
NPC. So... and he is, like, completely out of his element.
What I'll do is I'll put my address on a piece of paper. I do
Okay.
have paper. I have writing tools. And I'll just slip it to him and be like, send me a raven so I know where to find you, and I will invite you to mine for tea and teach you the manners of high society.
That would be wonderful, Miss Kasner, or excuse me, Lady Kasner. But
You are already learning so fast.
where am I supposed to get a raven?
Oh. How do you send mail in the bumfuck nowhere you are from?
Well, we normally use letters.
Yes, the same way you send a letter.
Oh, okay. It might take a long time though. Should I send it?
You know what? Why don't you just come by in 2 days at 2 p.m.?
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. The Senate has paid for my accommodations here for this little trip, so I'm at least going to be in the city for a while. I don't know what I'm gonna really have to do, but
In 2 days at 2 p.m. you can come to this address. I will have the tea ready.
okay. But is it all right if I follow you around a little? Maybe I could pick up on some stuff while you're hanging out.
Right here, right now?
Yeah. I mean, or Dr.Erik, you're my big city friends.
Actually... Oh, go ahead, Merir.
Oh yeah, no. Looking over across the hall as this conversation probably carries over to the other side. Hell, maybe it's because even with all the other people, they keep looking in the direction of Kalbio and it spreads out like a wave.
He's the man of the hour. Everyone's paying attention to him.
Yeah, Merir was volunteer to take him off Rosette's hands. I can entertain him for the evening if it so
for
requires.
the whole evening, and I'm gonna touch my badge and say, "Don't you remember we have mission?"
It's like
He could
yes,
compromise.
but I also speak Hick.
He has a point.
This is true. I was just going to pawn him off to my brother, but this is actually better, probably.
But he wants a big city friend.
What I will do is I will swiftly offer one of the busters like plates. I will grab 3 drinks, 1 for him and 2 for you, and pat him on the shoulder and tell you both good luck.
Dr.Erik moves away. You're gonna bypass Kalbio. Rosette Kazner, because you were so kind and engaged Kalbio in conversation. He is gonna kind of, for the next round, he's gonna kind of follow you around like a puppy dog as his big city friend.
That's okay. I have a plan.
This, unfortunately for you, imposes a penalty to any interactions
It's a thing.
with nobles who are more traditional.
I was literally just gonna go introduce him to my brother, so that's totally fine.
Anyone who's more traditional. But you, of course, go by, and there are tons of people in the room. I will kind of highlight conversations as they come up, but know that anyone who has the special border is an influenceable NPC. But let's flash over to Bruadar and Merir. You guys enter from the opposite end of the Senate. And you see this gentleman currently engaged in a conversation with Lord Remiliad Kazner, who we, of course, know is Lady Kazner's brother. And they are currently, it seems like they're having a bit of a heated debate. And you see the older gentleman, he says, "Listen, Lord Kazner, I understand your, what should we call it? Your hesitancy. But you must understand that these trade agreements are important to the future of Taldor. I have been trying to get everyone in the Senate to realize that despite what the Grand Prince may say, our coffers are emptying, and we desire new trade routes and new agreements to build up those coffers. Do you want to see the nation go bankrupt?" And he says to this gentleman, "Duke Talbot, I am afraid I have told you before. I cannot sign off on any legislation that involves working alongside Chilaxians. I assure you, Lord Kazner, this is simply a trade agreement. It has no bearing on our feelings of Diabolus or whatever." And Lord Remiliar kind of like slams his fist down. He says, "No, Duke Talbot, I told you, I cannot sign off on such an agreement." And as that's happening, Bruadar and Merir, as they're kind of having this argument back and forth, another gentleman approaches them. This gentleman right here.
He looks Amish.
And as that gentleman approaches their conversation, he speaks with an almost like high level of arrogance. And he approaches and he says, "Lord Kazner, you are in such a hubbub about working with Chilaxians, but I hear that your family is still full of Diabolists." And Lord Kazner kind of turns to him and says, "Bite your tongue, Earl Vernissant." And he says, "Oh, is that so? I hear that when your family separated from Taldor, that they left behind some Diabolists. Says, "It is hearsay. And in fact, Earl Vernissant, you are throwing stones when you yourself live in a glass house. What are these rumors that I hear about these accidents that have befallen your political rivals? Hearsay. I am an earnest descendant of the legendary general of the Shining Crusade. Nonsense. Oh, that is so, Well, perhaps," and they sort of kind of get into like a pissing match with each other. And you see Duke Talbot was his name. He kind of throws up his hands as the two men argue. He says, "I do not have time for your familiar squabbling." And he makes his way to the other side to engage in conversation with these two individuals.
Oh, that means so lucky I came in from the other side.
So, for Merir and Bruadar, this is just kind of something that you're witnessing between these two individuals. Or these three gentlemen, actually. So to clarify, Duke Talbot was trying to get Lord Kazner to vote on a trade agreement that involved Cheliax. He, of course, said no, because that's his thing. And then Earl Vernissant came over, accused his family, doubted his piety, and accused his family of actually being Diabolist, while Lord Kazner pointed the finger at Earl Vernissant and said that he was throwing stones when he himself lives in a glass house. There are rumors about unfortunate accidents befalling his political rivals, which both of the men clearly say to each other is hearsay. And they kind of, give each other dirty looks and argue for a bit.
Yeah. And as this argument breaks out in front of him, even though he realizes that this is Lord Kazner himself, an ally of his liege lady, Merir feels just as mad at him as he is at Earl Calhadian for engaging in this pissing match to begin with.
And yes, when you heard the name Vernissant, you're a military man. It should ring a bell to you. Every Taldan knows of Arnisant. Or what the heck's his name?
Too many names. Please hold.
There are a lot of names I have to keep track of. It's all going to be in my
the guy
notes.
who fought Bafan.
Yes! And gifted the armor that Iomide would wear in the Shining Crusade to fight the Whispering Tyrant.
Shut the fuck up, that's crazy.
Yeah, this guy is a direct descendant of that guy.
He still looks Amish.
So he
Probably
is...
because it's kept in the family.
And you can get a sense that he is most definitely, like, wearing that lineage, like, and swinging it around like a big stick. And the two gentlemen, they kind of argue, and he says, "Enough, Earl Renaissance! I do not have time for this! I am going to the gardens to get some fresh air." And Remy moves to the gardens. And Earl Renaissance goes, "And I thought that man was a champion of Ragathiel." So much.
I ain't gonna lie, I hadn't had enough popcorn for that kind of drama in forever.
So I imagine you guys ping Lady Kasner and kind of tell her what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What is this? On my honor. I will keep cool, but I will kill him later.
But he's a
I heard
legendary...
nothing, I saw nothing. I'll help you bury the body if I need to. Wrong accent, sorry.
Hey,
Okay.
yeah.
that's the body
Yeah.
mask accent.
It triggered for some reason. Sorry, I was like, oh no.
Too much criminal minds.
I very much feel like Vernissant is the character that like everyone loves to hate. So, but I
He's
will...
gotta stick up his butt. I'm not gonna lie.
This is true.
You guys may continue onward, moving about. I'm gonna kind of reveal some names here as we go. But, Bruadar, also in the center, actually, which is important. There are lots of people around that are important, but you see a handsome, salt and pepper older man currently standing in the middle of the stage, his voice deep and booming, and he is regaling the audience with tales of his heroism, his war accomplishments, and he says, "Forgive me, everybody. Now, let me tell you the time when I fought the giants out in Marat County. They came to swash over through my lands, but I, Baron Okerra, would not stand for such a thing." And he, does a beautiful, beautiful display, and everyone claps and says, "Oh, Baron Okerra, your stories are always the greatest. Your adventures are incredible." And he says, yes. I know, but please, folks, please. I am a salt of the earth type of man. All this praise is unnecessary. I only do that what Taldor requires of me." And that should ring a bell in your head.
Oh, yeah, it does.
So, that is the one, the only, Baron Nicholas Okerra. And he seems very likable. People really like him, and you kind of heard this from Martella. He's not a senator, but he's got a lot of influence. And he very much, despite being here in a noble capacity, he very much, carries himself as a, more man of the people type guy. Which might put you at ease, as opposed to dealing, with someone like Earl Vernissant or the Duke. But he is entertaining guests currently around the Senate stage. And then, of course, there are plenty of other people here, but I'm not going to overwhelm you with a bunch of people at once because you're still exploring. So don't worry, I have planned events.
We're still exploring?
Yes, I have planned events for you to meet all these people. So
There's more doors.
yes, there's more doors. Let's see. Bruadar and Merir, you could ping Dr.Erik and tell them that you see a lot of servants coming and going from this area down here.
Oh, I found the kitchens. Yay.
Oh, that's perfect. Could you direct me that direction? I have to get an understanding of the land now.
Across
Yeah,
from
just
the
mosey on down. Down next to the guy that looks like he has way too seriousness and a stick up his ass.
even more than me, for reference.
Are you guys referring to Vernissant?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, he's like, and he goes, "I'm somewhat familiar with that voice and that face." And
Ooh, yes. Oh, what do you know about Vernaissance, Dr.Erik Daughtry? Do you remember?
What is this?
You better give some popcorn.
To my understanding, he is not someone that my cousin Orlando favors very much due to his poor maintenance in the canals.
Yes. So there's an overlap in your territories, I believe. And you are dealing with, if I remember correctly, an issue of pirates. And your brother is quite frustrated with him for not doing anything about it.
Cousin.
Or yes, your cousin. Sorry, my other player.
My cousin, yeah.
The other player is his brother.
His brother?
Yeah.
That's funny.
So,
Yeah, I peeped
A
that when
brother
we were
from
going over
another
the
mother.
characters.
yeah. But you make your way down to the south, and you, of course, see that the servants are coming and going. But the guard stops you and he says, "Excuse me, my lord. This is for the servants only. Please, do not sully yourself by entering the servants' quarters. We must ask,
Oh, no worries.
we must ask that you remain out here."
No worries, that wonderful, wonderful smell.
Yes.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yes, there are plenty of hors d'oeuvres, or whatever you call hors d'oeuvres.
They're hors d'oeuvres. You can
Hors
have
d'oeuvres. Dinner will be later this evening. Much
Do
later.
you know if the cooks or the wineries has like a menu or something to go over and
You would
get an
have-
idea of what to look forward to?
You would have to ask one of the servants.
Oh, right, of course. Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like once Eric gets turned away at the door, Merir will ping him and say, "All right, if you need my help, I know how to dress people up as commoners." You can tell he doesn't really know what words to use because he's never felt the need to use them before.
He's like, "Am I talking
That's-
about myself?"
I may take you up on that.
There's still more of the Senate to uncover. You have found Baron Okerra. You do not see the High Strategos anywhere.
What's behind door number 2?
I don't know, where are you going? Oh, I forgot. This little section here, where these little back rooms are, this is the Emperor's Hall. The gathering space before the Senate chamber, set aside as property of the Emperor, and features countless statues and portraits of previous Grand Princes. While formally these chambers are for the use of the Emperor, no Grand Prince has ever maintained an office within the Senate building, and the space is understood to be public meeting rooms by silent agreement.
Interesting.
So if you ever need to have a private conversation with someone, you could bring them to the Emperor's Hall. Continue onward, get the lay of the land.
I think I'm gonna follow Merir and go this way. But can
Okay.
I grab
Kalbio?
Can I grab Kalbio like by the arm?
Oh, Lady Kasner.
This is how we walk together.
Oh, okay. And he's like very stiff. He's got like 2 left feet.
We are just going to go exploring, okay? This is my friend here. I put him Merir. He's right next to me.
Oh, pleasure to meet you, sir. Kalbio of Breezy Creek. Hello, sir. He kind of like waves in your face. Can you hear me, sir? Maybe I didn't say it loud enough. Can he hear me?
Along with half the Senate Hall.
Oh, sorry. Should I guess I should lower my voice. So many people are talking, I was worried nobody would hear me. But, okay, I will try to whisper. Oh, well, then doesn't that make me look suspicious? I don't want anybody to think I'm suspicious.
No, that just means we're having private conversation.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, arm in arm, lock and step, just like they do back home, like the square dance.
Well, this is not the dance of the squares. We're just walking. It's okay. You don't have to do like left, right. This is not the military.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, should I grab Mr. Merir's arm too?
No.
We can go together.
No, that is not. I'm just gonna kind of like punch him in the rib so he can like chill out, like oh,
Ow!
or like elbow him with my elbow. Like,
Oh, okay. All right. I'll follow your lead, Lady
Deep
Kasner.
breathing. Merir, shall we go check out that other door?
I was on the way. I needed a space from.
The peacocking.
Yeah, he has far less gentle words, but he's trying to repress those.
Ah. All right. Well, I will just follow you, Lady Kasner. You are stuck with Kalbio this round as he follows you around like a puppy.
So what's down here at the southern part? Because I found a door and I just didn't know if I had access to that door or not.
With this, so you can click on the door and open it. So,
Oh, I didn't know that.
yes.
Fun mechanic in this engine. It's super cool.
Yep. You can click it and open it. What is that,
Bit-
Bruadar?
Is it better?
There's a bathroom.
It's a bathroom. I was like, what is this room? Can I get in somewhere? Nope, bathroom.
Every map has to have a bathroom. So.
I mean, you think that.
All right.
Right?
Merir, you, Lady Kasner, kind of enter this area. This area is the Imperial Archives. The Imperial Archives could have been Golarian's greatest collection of transcribed knowledge, had anyone been invested into its upkeep. Centuries of redirected funding and Senate-sanctioned pruning of sensitive information, quote-unquote, has ruined the once immaculate reputation of the archives. This vast library now acts as a repository of haphazardly curated books, Senate minutes, and genealogy records, left open to the scrutiny of uncaring nobles. During the Grand Day of Exaltation, a host of rising aristocrats and aspiring courtiers here tout their knowledge of Taldan history.
Well, this is disappointing.
So
Yeah,
it's
it's,
essentially a library that's not being well maintained. As you turn the corner, Lady Kasner, you see none other than Count Orlundo Zespire. And he is, of course, engaged in a conversation with this fine gentleman.
I don't know who is this.
You do not know at this point in time. But they are engaged in a conversation. And you, of course, know that Count Orlundo Zespire is the cousin of Dr.Erik.
This man need to let this hair go. It's over, bro. Let it go.
He probably has an awkward shaped head, and it's fixing that problem.
He got to shave the rest. You got to take the L. You got to take the L. Or wear a baseball cap. One of the two, something.
Lady Kasner.
But he's inside.
I
Fix the
didn't realize there's someone there.
As you turn the corner into this room, you see this gentleman.
Oh! Pardonnez-moi.
And this gentleman, he's actually in a wheelchair. And
How did he get up all of those 1,000 stairs?
so, as you look at him, though, his wheelchair seems to be... It's not like a standard wheelchair. It's got all sorts of doodads and other things on it. He's got a bit of a round face, a few extra pounds. And you see him every now and then. He's kind of... Looks like he's wheeling around the archives, looking for something. But every now and then he stops to, like, tinker with his wheelchair. And you can see all different sorts of clockwork components and other things that he is messing with. Like he's fine-tuning it.
Can I talk to him?
Remember, you're not the only people in this room. It almost seems like a lot of people are giving the gentleman a lot of space. But you do catch a name. Duke Leonard Centimus.
Duke. What was that?
What should ring a bell for you?
It should. Shouldn't it?
It should.
Yeah. That's my guy.
One of your guys. Yeah, he's in a wheelchair. And he's very clearly half elven.
Oh my god, he's half elf. Okay.
So, you should all kind of have a lay of the land now. The various locations. You've already located some of your targets. Merir, in all the places that you've been, though, you have not seen the High Strategos. It's possible he may have not arrived yet. So, with all of that in mind, let's go back to our, of course, Gala format and let you guys decide what would you like to do.
No pressure.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
This might be a stretch, but my mission is to suss out people's opinions on the current political situation that we're going through. If I take Kalbio with me, and I talk to someone, and they get mad at me or him, I could suss out that they're not progressive. Correct?
True. Like I said, Kalbio's presence for this round will affect you if you attempt to speak or influence anyone of a more traditional.
But then I would know that they're a traditionalist,
True.
right?
If they respond negatively to his presence.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna use him. He's mine now.
All right. Oh, jeez.
This is my little pet.
So, these are your options. Now, you could just Raw Dog tried to talk to the Duke, but it might behoove you to maybe discover a little bit about him, see if you can pick up on anything.
Sure, I think I would like to discover
All right.
first.
So
Maybe we'll like pretend I'm over like by the bookshelf.
yeah, because remember, there's other people in the room. You could, engage in conversation with them. So
But I wanna
give
make
me.
sure Kalbio stays close.
Let's see. You can give me either diplomacy or perception. As Kalbio is like, wow, somebody really should take care of this place, Lady Casner. It's a mess.
Okay, so roll diplomacy or what?
Or perception.
Just raw?
Yep.
Blind?
Yep. Oh, Lady Casner. That is a critical success. You may choose two of the options in the success section of the Discover action.
Okay. Oh, is that in my action?
Yeah. I put it in chat, though. It should be right there so you can see.
Oh. So I can pick 2.
Yes.
Uh...
And then any info you learn here, I will reveal in the dossier.
Okay, well, I think maybe, like, as I'm going about this, I'll, like, pretend I'm filling with my pen so that my friends might pick up on bits and pieces.
Okay.
Anyway, so I first want to know what skill that can influence them has the lowest DC.
Okay. The skill that is the lowest would be crafting.
Oh, because I'm in a wheelchair.
The gentleman clearly seems to like to tinker.
Okay, and then personal biases?
Personal biases. Let's see. So, you don't hear this from him, but you overhear it from others nearby. And Duke Leonard Centimus. It seems a lot of people have insulted him as of late, or made him upset. Duke Leonard does not seem to like it when people bring up the fact that he is in a wheelchair.
That makes sense to me.
Don't be ableist.
Just pretend he's got legs.
Don't even mention it.
Got it.
Really. But here, I'll give you the exact.
So mention crafting, but not that he crafted his wheelchair.
Not exactly.
Oh, fuck.
The Duke doesn't like when people mention that he is in a wheelchair. So here's kind of like the info here. He kind of sees his paraplegia as another thing to tinker with. He appreciates when folks notice the adjustments to his chair and just enjoys discussing ideas for future revisions. But he more appreciates others who try to see things from his perspective. He welcomes those who take his unique situation into consideration, but he's equally weary of others who see that condition as the sum total of his life experience. And hates discussing what happened itself.
Yeah, okay, I want to ask.
That made him be.
Oh my god.
So, Lady Casner, that is your action for the round as you start getting an idea of Duke Leonard Centimus. And like I said, he's constantly wheeling around the archives. Looks like he's looking for something. And then he stops every now and then to mess with his wheelchair. So I have revealed that information in the nobility. You can, of course, take your own
Oh, so
personal
it's in the-
notes.
It's in the dossier?
Yes.
Okay, because I was like, do I need to, like, this?
You may need to remember it. We will flash over to Dr.Erik. Dr.Erik, what are you doing? You were stopped by the guards and they told you only servants.
Right. So I actually will be looking over to where there's the least fuss of guards, which, let me see, I think is probably back here-esque.
The Emperor's Hall.
And darn, actually, I think the way I want to approach this is not going to be as smooth as I would want.
Distraction?
Yeah, I would need a distraction by the bathroom.
Do you have deception, Bruadar?
I do.
Oh. Oh. I thought you were honest.
You thought she deceived you, huh?
I've been
But yep.
deceived.
Exactly the point.
I need to make an unnoticed bathroom break.
Also, guys, you gotta pretend. Remember, you gotta hit the badge, you know? You're like James Bonding it over here.
Yeah, that was a dialogue I just put on through the badge just now. If you could be a dear, Bruadar, as God's attention could be diverted away from the restroom.
I think I can do that, dear.
You are lovely. Thank you.
All right, Bruadar. Remember, helping each other is an extra action, or free action. So what are you trying to do for Dr.Erik? Or Dr.Erik,
There's
what
one
do
to
you
the
need?
right, by the way.
Ah, you want to distract this one?
Yeah.
All right. So, Bruadar, what are you going to attempt to distract the guard with?
Oh, my first question is there any wine nearby?
Absolutely. There's servants coming and going with wine all the time.
Awesome. She will happily grab a wine and a snack, and then she will take a few steps back and then act like she trips into the guard and spills wine into his face.
Oh, give me a deception check first to see if it even works. Or if you
Okay,
just make a fool of yourself.
Oh, embarrassing us at the gala.
Sorry, I have to look for my proficiencies. There they are. Here's my deception. There it is. +9, by the way.
You got this. Believe.
Click the little dice icon and see what magic happens.
Ooh,
I'm scared.
that's
Same.
pretty good. Solid,
Okay.
solid number. So, Bruadar, play it out for me. Role play it out.
All right, she sees the guard, takes 2 steps back, and be like, "Yeah, no, this is gonna be a good." It says time, like she's talking to like somebody off in the distance, and then she like splashes it back, and the
Oh.
food goes flying from where she's at.
Like salt over your shoulder, but it goes like,
Yes,
oh, I don't know
exactly.
my own strength.
Yeah, it's like it's gonna be a great time.
And it splashes in the guard's face, and kind of like the British guards, he just like stands there as it like slowly falls off his
Yes,
face.
exactly.
He's
And
like-
then in a panic, Liz like pulling out something, going, "I'm so sorry, dear. Let me get you cleaned up here. It's gonna be okay."
Miss Lady Dwarf, I would advise you that you take care with the items that you are holding.
I'm so sorry, dear. I'll work on that. Yeah, have a good night. Do you need a snack, dear?
I am on duty, ma'am. The snacks are not for me.
I'm so sorry. Hopefully I get one soon, okay? Have a grand rest of the night.
And he takes a slow hand and kind of like wipes some of the what you call it, the wine.
Oh,
off his face.
she handed him like a cloth and everything
Okay.
to get on his face, like trying to be nice. Like she was honestly trying to do it like a little kid who has a messy face, is what I imagine. And it's like the kid's trying to dodge it as she's trying to get him.
Okay, so at the time that he puts the cloth like to his eyes, Dr.Erik, that's your moment where you slip
Okay, yes.
into the bathroom.
So while I'm in the bathroom, he looks in the mirror. He looks at the undershirt that he rocks for this event, trying to get a good discern whether it like looks kind of bus boy-ish if he takes off the jacket and everything. And he will disrobe, shove some of that behind the sink, straighten up the shirt a little bit, and I will take a couple of the glasses from the drinks that he's been drinking periodically throughout the day.
Okay.
And I will try to take a sip of my infiltrator's elixir.
Ooh, okay. It doesn't last long though, so you're gonna have to be quick.
I just need just enough to take my next steps. So I'm going to take that drink, generally going for a slightly younger look, shorter hair. He tries to, shake off the alcohol a little bit. And I'm going to walk back out. I'm going to professionally hold like 3 or 4 of the glasses, and they're all
Okay.
empty. And I'm going to try and work my way back in the kitchen like I'm supposed to be there. I'm putting them back away.
Alright.
Yes.
So you make your way
Okay.
over, and the guards are watching. So please give me a deception check with your +4 bonus.
And
Right.
you can add your level if you're untrained.
Oh, yeah.
But
Fortunately, I am trained in
that.
deception.
Yep, so give yourself a
Yep.
+4 status bonus as you try to
Alrighty.
make your way past the guards.
And I'm assuming you want this blind
Yes, sir.
because it's evil.
Because evil.
Evil as in right.
Ooh. Dr.Erik, your disguise holds. But
Oh, thank God.
It won't last forever, though. It's probably not going to last for your time in there. But you'll have to come up with a new idea. Bing! You make your way inside.
Wish I could see.
Shut the door behind you. And you make your way to, it's the servant area. The servant area is a long hallway with many doors. But you can kind of see people coming and going throughout. And it looks like a bundle of activity kind of happens on the opposite ends while the servants come and go. You definitely hear like the sounds of ovens and pots and pans and all that stuff coming from the three corners. So you have accomplished the first step, Dr. Erik. You have made it into the servants' quarters. But your disguise will not last long, and we will have to see what happens next time. Merir,
Right.
what are you doing? The high Strategos is nowhere to be seen. You're a free agent right now.
He is presumably fashionably late.
So, as a
Yes.
reminder, you can, of course, begin engaging in conversation to build relationships, because that's important for this campaign, as well as all the other things that you can do in this event.
Yep, as Maria passes by Duke Talbot, like, part of him wants to go to talk about that trade treaty he was trying to speak with Lord Kastner about, but he holds back, partly because he's worried that Duke Talbot is not exactly the sort of person he wants to discuss this with. And also because he doesn't want to embarrass himself with his current layman's understanding with only a trained in society, because I happen to acquire additional lore Taldan bureaucracy.
Well, you can see, though, that Duke Talbot, after leaving the conversation with Lord Remiliard, has moved over to speak with these two gentlemen. And these two gentlemen look more military. This man very much has a military aspect to him.
Damn, that man's been through it.
While this gentleman has more of a, like, Viking appearance.
It looks haunted.
And you guys are all well aware that the Grand Prince has a special guard called the Ulfen Guard, which, due to, everyone in Taldor knows this, due to kind of like old treaties, the Ulfen Guard are the personal, like, bodyguards of the Grand Prince. They're mostly an apolitical organization. They guard whoever wears the crown. But what makes them stand out is that compared to like the nobles and hustle and bustle, they are very clearly like Viking inspired. And this gentleman reflects that. Perhaps a member of the Ulfen Guard at one point or another, who knows? So Merir, you do see some military men over there as well that you could potentially engage.
Okay, yes, I hear that. But there's another military person somewhere in this direction.
That is correct.
However, and more so, the moment he realizes that this guy is an Ulfen, he's not sure he wants to be in his vicinity. He's a little salty that apparently only foreigners can be trusted to guard the emperors of Talador. Yes, it's completely true because we're all treacherous bastards, but come on.
Yeah, they're considered an apolitical organization. So, what would you like to do for your round?
He will shelve the idea of trying to connect with him, at least for the time being, by heading off to find that other person, see if she's still there.
Yes, the giant of a woman, bent by old age, looking at all the Talbot historical records. And what would you like to do? Are you gonna raw dog and just try to talk to her? Are you gonna...
Well, he just marches up until he is a respectable speaking distance from her, and without prompting, perform a typical phalanx salute when addressing a superior. And after that, he'll just say, "Ma'am."
And she salutes you back, even though she's got a little bit of bent. Finally, someone who's willing to show a little bit of respect around here. What is your name, soldier?
Oh no.
Sir Merir de Vandergrift af White March, ma'am.
Yes, I am sure your title is much longer. I am well aware of these titles. What are you here for? Simply as a guard? Or is there something else that you would need from me? You get a sense, Merir, that your initial approach of respect, like military respect, was a good starting off point. So she seems more inclined to speak with you.
At present, to pay you due respects for your service to the Empire.
Thank you. You know, I feel like Talbot is, my family has been a part of this country for thousands of years, and I have proudly upheld those ideals throughout my service. But let me pose a question to you, soldier. What do you think of Taldor today?
Oh, damn it. 5 seconds in and we're already asking charged questions.
Yes.
You did pick the old broad. She don't have time for this.
Oh yeah, and Merir, real quick, how old are you?
What? 24.
All right, you take a -2 penalty.
Shouldn't I like old
Okay.
people?
She's got a bias that he's not aware of that involves his age.
She didn't discover, that's why.
You will take a -2 penalty on your check, but you're getting a bonus because you introduced yourself militarily, so it kind of evens out.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, he's a little whippersnapper who doesn't know what's what, but he's learning quick.
Yes.
He's 8.
Tell me, what do you think of the nation today?
He will actually just take a moment to glance about and say, the official answer or the truth.
Speak plainly, soldier.
He will nod in a very yes, sergeant way, and he'll say, we are applying old solutions to new problems, like a tailor trying to fit an old outfit to a client who no longer fits it.
Old solutions to new problems. And she rubs her chin. I believe there may perhaps be some truth in this, young man. But as a superior, as someone who has given their service to the nation, let me tell you what I think, because I'm old. I believe that there is a social decay here in town. And I attribute it to a lack of discipline and respect for the traditions. So while you might say that old solutions to new problems, perhaps the discipline and guidance to enact those solutions in their fullest effect are not present within Taldor's people today. That is my opinion. There is no respect at all.
Yep. Merir just keeps nodding along. He's not even doing this in a way to humor an old dotard lady. He actually agrees with this. It's like, as you say, as much as I advocate for change when necessary, it does not mean we should abandon old principles at a drop of a hat.
Precisely. And these Taldans today, they are so quick to abandon old principles. Now, I am not so old and foolish to think that some things do not change, but it is the discipline that matters. What use are our traditions if we have not the will to enact them in their proper ways? I, of course, stand to try to be an example of how the social system is supposed to work. But many of my neighbors do not agree. Either way, you seem to have a good head on your shoulders. Why don't you give me a diplomacy check to see how well you manage?
Yeah, blind or...
No, this is public.
Okay, yeah. May I assume that my -2 from being a little Gen Zer.
Yes. It is being canceled out by the fact that you are military.
Oh!
I have hero points. I will use them.
All right, use that hero points. Yes, remember I gave you all a bonus hero point last time. Oh,
There we go.
Oh, you did?
Yay!
Merir, that is a critical success. So sweeten the deal. How do you really get on the Baroness's good side?
Yep, he is, well, presumably by being in many ways the exact kind of soldier she might have killed for back in her service.
Ah, yes. And she takes a step forward. And she says, you know, the Phalanx needed more young men like you. These days they are full of layabouts, lazy, and they forced me into retirement. I told them I was a knight commander. I could train the best of them. But now that I am no longer in charge, look at them. They sloppily form their phalanxes. Can barely even put their feet in the right place. What you, young man? You are...
Yeah, as she mentions that thing about their formations, he says, "Oh, I wasn't just seeing things."
Indeed.
As he looks over in that direction and kind of worried.
In my view, the high Strategos has been neglecting his trainings for the soldiers. But let us not speak of such things now. Either way, you are dismissed, soldier. I have appreciated this little conversation of ours. Glad to know that there are some young people in the military who give a damn.
Yep, and he will just salute again, just as a farewell, and he'll say, "Join to keep the gouge eye off my family lands. I had no dams to give."
And so you'll see at the top of the screen, I have revealed, you were just speaking with Baroness Adela Voynam. They are in order alphabetically. And so because you got a critical success, you actually got 2 points with the Baroness.
Oh.
So a very strong start from Merir. There is definitely more that you can continue to engage her in conversation with, Merir.
Slide.
But, and who knows, maybe she will become a long-term ally of yours in the future. But for now, well done. And so, to close off our first round, Bruadar, what shall you be doing? You have, of course, identified Nicholas Baron Okerra, and he looks like he's beginning to, please, excuse me, everyone. I must be going. I cannot entertain you all at this time, but I will have many, many more stories to tell later in the evening. He's slowly making his way, down the Senate stairs. He stops right here. What are you gonna do, Bruadar? Now remember your mission. What is your mission? Do you remember?
Yeah, it is to get on his good side and to remind him of his debt. So
right. Now, just keep in mind, completing your mission is not something you're gonna do in a single round. So it may take multiple times. So right now, if you're gonna approach the Baron, your objective is to kind of just chat him up, get on kind of his good side. Be friendly, stuff like that. And you do have a little bit of information about the Baron. He seems very kind. What you're kind of able to gather from his stories to the rest of the crowd, he is a celebrity, not in the tournament circuit. People refer to him as a kind but stern leader. He is a Baron of Merir County, and he is considered one of Taldor's chief defenders of law and order. He, of course, has a wonderful war record. Lots of people like him. So of your gala activities, what would you like to do?
So what she's actually going to end up doing is she will walk by him, and as he's walking away from her, and she will, "I absolutely adore the giants, dear. I hope you continue to have a fun night and I get to run into you later."
Ooh, the giants! Yes, of course. The giants. People do love those tales. Bruadar, give me a perception check.
Sure thing.
As he says, the giants. Yes, champion, give me a perception check. You're so perceptive. Bruadar, unfortunately, there was something you could have picked up on there, but alas. Says, yes, the giants.
Yeah.
The people love that tale. But I really must be going. It is a pleasure. I do not mean to disturb. Thank you for your kindness.
Oh, no, dear. I know you got so much to do tonight. Yeah, have fun. I can't wait to see you later. Maybe we can have a few fun conversations.
Ooh, okay. And what is your angle here, Bruin? As your...
She's just viewing this as being completely chill. Of oh, I know you're busy, but I just had to say I loved the story, and that's it. And she is acting like she is just curving around and that she's on a mission. But she's just doing this as a quick pass just to get his attention for 2 seconds. One, to realize that there's a dwarf here that's talking to him. And two, just so he can recognize the face later.
Okay. So of your 4 activities, does that mean you're doing a discover check? Or are you going to go do something else for now?
She's going to go do something else, but watch him kind of disappear. So she's going to go listen into another conversation. Since she just did that quick hello, she's actually going to eavesdrop, and if she hears say other groups talking about certain things, she might try and help out or have that conversation as well.
All right. So what specifically are you listening for? I guess is what I'm trying to figure out. Are you trying to listen for stuff about the Baron, or are you trying to listen for stuff about someone else? in the
She's
gala?
listening.
Because
She's listening to anything she can pick up right now. But
Okay.
if it's the Baron, that's great. But if she can pick up on other things, she's also going to do that.
all right, so then it sounds to me like you're trying to get info on the area. So with that,
Yes.
of our 4 options, you're trying to influence the area. Kind of chatting
Yes, I am.
folks up in the Senate Hall, get a sense of what everybody's feeling. All right, so give me then a diplomacy check as you do that. Yeah. Ooh, okay, Bruadar. You've got a shining personality, and there are not many dwarves here in the Senate. You know, with the stories that you have heard of the Grand Duke who married a dwarf, they do not seem to be present at the Senate today. But as you get to chatting the various people throughout the Senate, you hear that, or you basically discern that anyone who successfully takes part in one of the many debates that occur in the area, if you prove yourself in them, you could select any skill from the influence skill list for this area and use that to influence another area where that skill could not normally be used.
Wow.
So if you were to partake in the mock debates or anyone else, it could prove beneficial somewhere else as your reputation would grow based on your performance.
You would be very interested in that.
All right. And so, with that, we move to round 2. But as round 2 begins, an event occurs. And you hear the trumpets sound. They go, doo 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 doo. Now announcing the arrival of High Strategos Maxillar Pytherius. Since 30 minutes have gone by. And it seems that the High Strategos... Merir, you're actually in there, so this is perfect.
Yeah.
As you are in the Arcade of Triumphs, the High Strategos Maxillar Pytherius arrives. And he is accompanied by 2 gentlemen. The gentleman with the long, leopard skin cloak very clearly seems to be a noble. But the other man looks to have been personally invited by the High Strategos. He carries, a sort of insignia or pin that marks him as a special guest of the High Strategos. And he enters the area, and he is immediately swarmed by soldiers, sycophants, other nobles, and they say, "Oh, High Strategos, it is a pleasure to see that you are here." He says, "Yes, people of Taldor, I am very happy to be here with you all." And he begins kind of engaging in various conversations with those people. Is there any response from Merir as High Strategos enters with his retinue?
Whatever his personal feelings on the matter, which admittedly are not very much since he barely knows him himself, Maria will, purely on principle, quietly salute in the High Strategos' direction. For regardless of whatever feelings he has, he remains the commander of us all.
Indeed. So,
I'm hoping he doesn't notice this gesture of quiet respect out of overall the sycophancy.
yes, the High Strategos is being swarmed right now. It would be very hard to get close to. But that is the event for round 2. 30 minutes have gone by. And so, we return to Rosette Castle. You have spent the last 30 minutes or so keeping an eye on Duke Leonard Centimus.
And in that time, I would tell Kalbio, all right, I'm gonna give you your first big introduction. Oh wait, that's not my voice. I would say to him, all right, I will give you your first big introduction, okay?
So soon?
But I need you to listen very carefully. Do not bring up the wheelchair. Do not ask what happened to the legs.
What are you talking about?
You see
talking about that
this
gentleman
man,
over there?
See this man over here?
Yes?
He is a duke that is way bigger than either of us, okay?
Oh! Yeah, I don't really know the hierarchy around here, but...
Don't worry, you will learn. But just know, Duke is very, very high, okay?
Okay,
So
right.
do not embarrass me or else I will break your legs. I'm joking. Do not be so serious.
Right. It's noble humor, right?
Of course,
big
of
city
course.
humor.
Of course.
Like break a leg, you know? I think somebody said that to me when I got here.
Yes, this is true. So do not mention wheelchair. Do not ask about the legs. Do not ask. Let me do most of the talking. I introduce you. You say, pleasure to meet you. Okay? Just do a little bow when we go up there, okay?
Yes, ma'am. I'll follow your lead.
This is excellent. Just let me do most of the talking, please. So now I would like to make an impression.
All right. And what angle are you taking to make an impression?
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take Kalbio up there and pretend like I've taken it upon myself to give him introductions to everyone.
Okay.
So like walk him arm in arm, and I'll do a curtsy, and I'll like kick him in the knee so he bows.
Okay.
And I will say, I do not believe we have met, but I believe you are Duke Centimus, no?
That is correct, madame.
I am Lady Rosette Kesner, and I am introducing my good friend Kalbio to everyone at the party because he is becoming nobility today. How exciting. Everyone clap.
And he looks over at Kalbio and he says, yes. The young man meant to be exalted today. I apologize for not introducing myself to you sooner, young man. I've been preoccupied. And he says, that's all right, your dukeliness. He just kind of like bows.
He is still learning, but you know what? He is master crafter. Did you know that?
Oh, yes, I have heard. Master Kalbio, you are being exalted for your tapestries, yes? He says, well, yes, sir. And then almost like in like a weird way of like someone who's like super obsessed with something, Kalbio starts like blathering. He's like word vomiting all about like weaving and stuff like that. He says, yeah. My mom and Pa, they helped me train for my apprenticeship, and then I got in my apprenticeship, and then something about the tools, the tools it just felt right. And then he just keeps going and going and going.
Put my hand on his shoulder.
Oh, right.
Yes, he is very fascinated with the looms and how they work. And we perhaps noticed that you're doing a bit of tinkering yourself, and wondered if you perhaps had any sort of crafting tips for my friend here, because he would like to learn how to better work his own machinery at home.
Well, but he is already a master weaver, is he not?
But weaving is one thing and machinery upkeep is such another.
Sounds like you need to give me a crafting check.
Yes.
I'll give you a bonus though, because Kalbio this is the field that he would know something about.
Alright.
So
what bonus?
+2.
+2. Oh, hell yeah, let's go.
Because you tried to make an impression with your crafting on Duke Leonard Centimus.
I'm gonna try that again.
Okay. Much better.
Yay!
Woo!
Because you're kind of hitting him on two fronts. So you're lowering the DC because you're targeting his weakness
Yes.
or one of his biases, but you're also getting a bonus from Kalbio.
Yes.
So that will turn it into a success. And so, frame your conversation, and then I will kind of respond.
Well, we were just wondering, what sort of things you do to best upkeep your craft, so to speak.
Oh, well, yes. And he goes into a very academic explanation.
I'm gonna stand there, I'm gonna nod, very intently.
Like, the maintenance of tools, all the work that goes into ensuring excellent craftsmanship. But he also talks a bit about more avant-garde type modifications, Basically, he's in like a tricked out wheelchair. That's what
Right, I kind of figured his crafting level is probably way above mine, but...
He is receptive to the conversation.
This is so kind of you to help us with this problem. Many dukes would not even talk to a lady. I am just a lady and he is new noble. It is so kind of you to help us out in this regard.
Oh, well, that is okay. I may be a duke, but to be frank with you, my title is merely a title. I am an attending duke of Grand Duchess Cicera Tiburon of Tander Prefecture. I myself do not govern any lands. But I do understand what it is to be misrepresented, or to be seen as not the sum of your parts, I suppose,
I understand.
but more than the sum of your parts. And although we have had engagingly wonderful conversation about craft, if I might have your ear, milady, and Sir Kalbio, well, soon to be Lord Kalbio, crafting is not my only interest. Do you perhaps have an interest in philosophy?
Oh, but of course.
Oh, excellent.
I do not know of my good friend Kalbio, but I think he is very eager to learn.
Well, it is refreshing. You see, unfortunately, the state of the archives has made it quite difficult. I am trying to locate a text. It's supposed to be the tale of a young wizard. You see, I have an interest in how philosophy and such stories can guide us in government. Unfortunately, I believe many of the Senate find such subjects understimulating, which unfortunately makes me a bit of a pariah here in the Senate.
Well, this is unfortunate. We will have to find that story, won't we?
Oh, I would not dare ask that you go to such trouble, milady.
It may take some time, but I have a brother who is senator. He comes here all the time anyways.
Oh, yes. Yes. Remiliot. I'm aware, yes. A pious, good man.
Oh, you know him.
I do. He is quite animated in the Senate during the hearings.
I believe that.
With good reason, I imagine. Do not think ill of him at all. I am not a religious man per se, but I believe that the man has a good head on his shoulders.
That is so kind of you to say.
This text, like I said, if you do happen to find it, is the tale of a young wizard. Amongst the topics discussed within are the ponderings on the subject of philosophy and how it can guide our governance. I do wish to study it. So if you do by chance happen to find it, I would greatly appreciate it.
I will certainly let you know.
And so you learn a little bit here about Duke Leonard's. First of all, you get a sense that he's got an appreciation for more esoteric topics. Not only is he interested in like crafting and stuff, but things of more an academic nature. So I'm starting to reveal some stuff in his dossier that you'll be able to see here in a second. You also learned that the Duke is an attending Duke of the Grand Duchess Cicera Tiberan, ruler of Tandak Prefecture. He has a title, but he does not govern lands himself. And you, with your familiarity with Taldan nobility, this may have something to do with the fact that he is half-elven. Most of the time, though, usually half-elven children are sent off to join the church or something like that. So it's very strange that he is still an attending Duke.
Yeah, it's weird.
So there might be some story there. But he's an intellectual, basically, and he really wants to find this text for some. So I've revealed a bunch of information on Duke Leonard Centimus based on your conversation that you can review. We will move to Dr.Erik. You are currently in the servants area. And the servants are so freaking busy that they haven't really paid too much attention to you yet. But, it's only a matter of time till somebody catches wind of you. What are you doing?
All right, so with the time in mind, I'm debating between two things here. I either want to try and see if I am seeing where people are getting bottles of wine from or various drinks, or if I could use my knowledge from being part of the Zespire house, where typically a winery, or where the cooling room would be.
Well, unfortunately, you're too smart for me. And that is not represented on my map here. But
Okay.
to answer your earlier one, it does seem that most of the drink is coming from the left two kitchens.
Okay. Did I get an idea? I knew it was an old bottle, but
It's 150 century-year-old wine.
is it safe to assume that I would be able to tell which one it is when I see it?
Martella would have given you notes on how to identify.
Okay, just making sure. Okay.
And
So, yeah,
plus,
I will-
remember, it was donated by her more powerful half-brothers. Clearly, they want to leave an impression, so they probably have some sort of marker to say, this is from the Lothites.
But all right, then I will try the bottom kitchen first and just kind of like walk in and act like I'm doing something.
You enter.
Oh, what is this?
It's a small little kitchen, and you see a little servant boy. He's busy grabbing breads and other things and putting them on trays and stuff like that. And he goes, "Oh, sorry there, miss. Mister? Yeah, mister. I'm sorry, but you can't be back here. This is for the servants' quarters." And he's kind of looking at you. And tell me, what do you look like in your normal clothes? Is it noble attire? Is it like mid-range?
It's definitely mid-range. He has noble garments, but he tries to be as humble as possible because he never likes to lean in onto it. So he does generally look someone of average stature.
Okay. And so this
maybe
guy...
a keener eye would tell that there's like a formality to like his shoes, but overall fit is like.
All right. Well, I'm sorry, sir, but these back rooms are for staff only. We wouldn't want to ruin your shoes or anything. You really should head back to the party.
Oh, no worries. Just refilling the drinks.
Don't worry. The servants can take care of that for you, sir. Unless you're. And he kind of looks at you.
Yeah, I'm doing refills.
But sir, you don't look like a servant. Your infiltrator's elixir has worn off at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, Dr.Erik.
Oh shit. Yeah.
So remember, it only lasts a minute. So it was basically good enough to get you in the room. So he said, "Sir, I must insist. You're not supposed to be back here."
Okay. Listen, understand. I am from House Aspire. We focus on the wineries. We focus on the product. I'm doing a quality check. Could you guide me to the wines?
Nobody said anything about quality check.
That's why it's usually by surprise to make sure everything is in line.
You're gonna have to give me a deception check because you're lying.
Can have you prepared. That's the purpose.
All right, give me a deception check.
Only the biggest night of the year and surprise checks.
Public, private?
Yes, it's secret.
Okay, cool.
He's just a humble servant. Well, I mean, I guess I know sometimes they do little random inspections, but we weren't expecting anything on the day of the Exaltation Gala.
Why it's called random?
Well, either way, I don't really have time to show you around, sir. I've got all this bread and trays and stuff, and he kind of like shuffles past you. But I believe you. The wines are being held in the northern room with the baker. She's planning a beautiful spread. Maybe you can talk to her about it. And he just kind of scurries off.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
So.
And it's cool. I will politely shut that for him because he forgot. And I will open this door.
All right, you open the door and you see this fantastical, beautiful dwarven woman with cakes and pastries that she is running the kitchen like mad. You've never seen a lady bake so hard. She's on the Great British Bake Off. And she looks at you and she said, "Oi! I don't need any disturbances back here. What are you doing back here? You ain't one of my servants. Get out of here, my lad."
Those look wonderful.
I'm one of the best bakers in all of Galar. That's why they hired me for this shindig. But I must insist. You're disturbing my peace now.
Well, don't worry. I know my way around the kitchen. I'm just doing inspections, making sure that the wine is of quality and...
Oh, know your way around the kitchen, do you, huh? Well, did you go to the Shellonite Culinary School? She gives you a stern eye.
Oh, no, not the school itself, but, you know. I am more focused on the drinks most of the time. I can make a good cocktail or two. One is, I know how to manage around the traffic. I don't want to get in your way, ma'am.
Well, then, if you don't mind, if you're not here to help, then I'm gonna need you to leave. And she's like rushing around the kitchen. And so, this was funny in my other group because the character who got this mission was like a super spy.
Okay.
And they were laughing because they were like, wow, I made like an awesome Super Spy character, and then you gave me a roll Cinnabons check. So, Jay, I am going to give you the roll Cinnabons check. If you would like to help the baker in her baking, you can give me a crafting check to help her out, to kind of like get in her good graces, because she's a formidable opponent. She's not going to let you anywhere near the wine because she's got a whole Shellenite idea planned for these pastries and the wine. And so, as long as she's watching you like a hawk, you're not going to be able to get over to it.
Okay, so yeah, I'll roll my eyes a little bit and I'll see what she has in progress that doesn't have her attention the most, and then I will start kind of like looking at the ingredients and getting an idea like, oh, this is what she's trying to make with that. And I will give you my crafting check, as you said.
Step in the kitchen. Merir Shellen is the goddess of art.
Oh no! I'm finding a GIF for that.
Oh.
Here it is.
All right, give me a crafting check.
Would you like this one public or
Yes,
would you like
this one is public.
All right, I'm
fuck it
scared
up.
because the public ones are gonna be the most dangerous ones. So,
It's. You did just hit it. So it's
oh.
it's middling. She says, "What are you doing, dear? That's not how you do. That's not how you pull that out. I don't know. Give me some baking terms. You're the baker. That's how you.
I'm not a baker.
Hey, what?
Bren, you're the baker.
Is that how you roll the dough?
That's not how you roll the dough, dear." And she rushes over and she's like, "No, you do it like this, like this. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but you clearly have not been to the Shellenite culinary school. Let me show you." And she's like, "What? I can't say I couldn't use an extra pair of hands in here. So if you want to stay, I suppose, as long as you don't mess anything up, I'd appreciate the help."
Do you know how to make a jus?
A what?
A jus?
I
bless you.
imagine. Wait, hold on. You're the cook, so I imagine Dr.Erik in the midst of all this is like pinging Rosette
Right,
Casper.
I have a bonus to cookies.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, perfect. It's like, are any of you proficient in
So I'm here trying to focus on
bakery?
this conversation about philosophy that I'm having right now. It's like get pinged like, hey, how do you make a biscuit?
Actually, Bruadar will be able to respond to that because she actually does have some crafting and baking skills.
Is quick relevant question: how many
We're
parts
gonna
water? How many parts flour for a cinnabon?
Okay, you got to get the bread just right, so you have to make sure that you use the strong dough versus the light dough. Then you're going to have to roll it, make sure it's out, get it nice and flat, but you're also going to have to leave it alone for like an hour. Who started you on this thing? It's not even close to time for this.
Right,
That's
enough
not-
time for a Cinnabon right now.
Oh wait, how long does cinnabons usually take?
For like 3 hours.
This can take hours.
I don't have 3 hours to be in the back of this kitchen with this woman.
Make a quick... Look, here, I'll tell you what to actually do. What you're going to actually do is make a quick cut pastry. So you're going to fold it out and you're going to make the light cuts and you're going to put the butter in and fold it like a library fold. Fold it like a book, roll it, fold it like a book. Put it somewhere cold and you can walk away from it and nobody's going to ask a question because pastries are just a pain in the arse.
Do I use a slice or the whole stick? Measurements. I need numbers.
You do
Use
not
the whole stick,
You do not
roll it
put
out
the stick
into
full.
your dough.
No.
Cold water.
Bruadar, he is asking if you put
cold.
this
You should have
stick
told me that
in
before. I put-
cold. No, you cut
is a lot.
the butter. You can use the whole stick, but cut it. If you put the whole butter stick in there, it will not work. You will not fold. You have to cut it into small pieces and then you put it in the dough. Do not put the whole stick in the dough.
Nope,
What,
I'm
are you,
winging this, and he
moron or
takes it off.
something?
He takes off the thing. He said, "I'm winging this."
And Merir, this whole, what's going on in Marir's head with this whole conversation? Like, why is he baking? What's going on?
Yes. All Merir adds to this cacophony is, I see this baking lesson is going well.
I like how Rosette and Bruadar didn't question it. We're just like, no, this is how you do it.
No one's like,
It's one of those chances that we get to actually use our skills, our unusual skills. Challenge accepted.
and so, Dr.Erik, you will spend the next 30 minutes with the baker.
I mean, he could actually get the bread done with that, but have to walk away from
But
it.
she's like, if he makes a quick rise one, like, sure.
And so, while Dr.Erik takes off his pin, he says, "Oh God, help me!" And you're just busting it down in the kitchen. We will switch to Merir. who has made a pretty strong impression on the Baroness, but then also has realized that the High Strategos has arrived with his retinue. What are you going to do? Remember, your mission is to kind of listen for snippets of conversation, watch for unusual behavior.
If he actually notices me, I'm screwed.
Yes. So luckily he's surrounded by sycophants right now, but he does also have company. There's a couple angles. You could kind of chat up people nearby and see if you could just kind of overhear conversations. You could use stealth to try to sneak a bit closer, see if you can pick up on anything about the High Strategos or his retinue, etc., etc.
Well, since he's currently being swarmed by genuine sycophants, one or two extra joining the crowd is likely to not go amiss.
Right.
Yep,
So-
and as such, Merir will hang at the back, like he makes a show of trying to race to the front to curry Maxilaw's favor. But he's failing because he's a nobody, a nothing, no one to pay attention to.
Right.
But while he's there, he may as well go ahead and try to engage in gossip about the High Strategos.
Yeah. Okay, so you're gonna use diplomacy?
Yeah, diplomacy, and I'm hoping I can get a +1 at least from my courtly graces feat because he does not engage in fatherless behavior.
Ah, okay. Yes, you do get as long as you're interacting with nobles, right? Yep. So, but you're not interacting with the Strategos directly. You're kind of like talking to his sycophants
just
around.
the other nobles.
Yep, got it.
Yep.
Understood. Please give me a diplomacy check as you try to, you're kind of in the back, engaging in conversation with others all surrounding the High Strategos. And they go, "Oh, yes, the High Strategos, military commander of Taldor, a great man, a toast." And they're all like making a toast to him. And he's like, "Yes, yes, yes, yes. Thank you all for your admiration."
Merir quietly joins in while paying attention to what people are boasting or asking about.
Yeah. So give me diplomacy. Ooh, a good roll, Merir. And as you are engaging in conversation with the people around the High Strategos, you notice a couple things. First, no one knows who the High Strategos' special guest is. But
Kind of hot though.
you do hear that the gentleman accompanying him, his name is Earl Yander Merkondus. And as you're kind of like on the periphery of them kind of being the center of attention, Earl Yander Merkondus seems to be a very charming man. And him and the other gentleman very frequently like engage others in conversation and then return to the High Strategos to speak with him. But Earl Yander Merkondus does it way more than the mysterious gentleman. In fact, the mysterious gentleman at times, it's almost as if you can't keep track of him. He almost like disappears for a period of time, then he comes back to speak to the High Strategos, and then he's gone again. It's very hard to keep track of him.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it's like out of character and maybe a little in character. Merir files this mysterious gentleman away as the High Strategos' personal assassin.
Okay, I also want to add to my own brain just what wants to say Wakanda forever as soon as I saw him with his outfit.
Oh my god.
But so it seems like Earl Yander Merkondus is kind of like a wheeler and dealer. He's kind of like, if this was a party, he'd be his face. But there's gossip about that the High Strategos plans to give a counter speech after Princess Eutropia. Word on the street is that Princess Eutropia intends to give a speech tonight, probably in her support of the abolishment of agnatic primogeniture. And the High Strategos intends to give a counter speech.
How recent is this gossip? Is it something that's been bouncing around for a while, or something that's only just come up? A little olive branch extended to people who he wants to believe they are favored by him.
It's definitely a more recent addition. It seems like no one was really aware of this until the High Strategos arrived.
Oh, okay.
And so, now Princess Eutropia, of course, has not arrived at the gala, but you can file that away. Remember, you are to report your findings to Martello Lucide, who, of course, is Merir. Excellent work.
Yep, he makes sure to key it in right as he gets it through the in just in case it gets found out immediately.
But she does say, I am curious about the special guest invited by the High Strategos. To be frank, I have no intelligence on him. I am familiar with the other man, Earl Yander Merkondus. He is well known. But if you could learn a little bit more about them in the coming weeks, it would be greatly appreciated. If you cannot learn directly from them, perhaps you might speak with someone else who could tell you more. If these are special guests of the High Strategos, he no doubt finds them quite capable.
Yeah, Merir will send back his assent because he will very much tell Martella that he thinks that the guy whose name no one knows, especially since she doesn't know, is just his personal assassin.
This guy, well, I would hope that the High Strategos would bring an assassin straight into the Senate. What stranger things? Just do your best to keep an eye on him.
Well, he's not some antisocial red mantis.
No, and the man is quite charming himself. You see him engaging in conversation with folks, every now and then. It's like incredibly hard to keep track of. He moves through the crowd with like a grace that is like, you're looking at the crowd and then one person walks by and suddenly he's gone, and then you see him come back and then suddenly he's gone. It's very hard to keep up with.
Yeah, that just confirms him, and yeah, that's enough for me.
All right. Bruadar, we come back to you. You learned a little bit. You ingratiated yourself to the Senate. People are, of course, doing lovely back and forths debating. And you have not fully engaged Baron Okerra. He is currently enjoying a sherry in the Senate, still speaking with individuals, but it does seem he's slowly starting to make his way to the garden. What do you do?
She is going to join in one of those debates.
Ooh, okay, so you make your way to the Senate floor, and they say, a dwarf in the Senate? What is up with this? Some, nosy noble, and they say, now, everyone is allowed to participate. Today is a day of celebration. Milady Dwarf, is there something you would like to debate here on the Senate? Pretend you are a senator, that you are making choices on the most important of legislation. What would you like to debate about?
Oh, yeah. Well, let's talk about some of those trade deals that are going on through the Senate.
Trade deals? And you see Duke Talbot, his eye raises. He's watching you. And that sounds like it would be a society check. Kind of engage in a debate about trade deals.
Oh, my God. I have a 7.
Oh, okay, cool. I was like,
I
was like, are you ready for this one?
I was like, what did I just do to myself?
Wow, you're an expert.
Apparently I am now.
Holy
moly, Bruadar, please explain to me how you are an expert on free trade.
She heard about it from her husband, and maybe she keeps it very close to her heart.
Look, I was in charge of stocks at the tavern, and all of the shipping work and the materials. It works.
Oh my god. Bruadar, if there's any embellishments you would like to add, specifically, you are winning a debate against a particularly odious young politician to the entertainment of the crowd. So, like a young upstart. And he goes, unbelievable! That's what you do. It's not fair! The dwarves are known for all their special mercantile nonsense. How was I ever supposed to win?
Oh dear, just because I just look different from you does not mean that we cannot have understandings of different things, hon. Maybe you need to go back and learn some manners.
What?
Or
You
can go back and learn better about these deals.
How dare you speak to me like that, dwarf? I attended one of the most prestigious schools here in Opara.
Well, apparently they did not teach you well enough of these situations, hon.
And the crowd kind of laughs at the young noble.
Oh.
And you, thanks to that show of force there, you can select any skill for this area. So society, obviously, or nobility, performance, etc., to use in any other area of the Senate where it could not normally be used. And of note, you see that Duke Talbot seems to be impressed by your performance, which would provide you a bonus should you decide to engage Duke Talbot in conversation at any point later during the Senate Gala. Well done, well done. All right. Round 3 begins. Are you feeling the pressure?
I feel like it's taking me so long to ingratiate myself that I feel like I'm wasting time. I haven't even found the other lady yet.
Yep, you do have a lot of rounds. So,
Okay.
I will tell you this. When it's time for the Senate vote, you're out of time.
Okay. Because I'm like, I want to still like do fun stuff.
You gotta be efficient.
Yeah.
Another 30 minutes have gone by.
Okay.
Dr.Erik, you're furiously baking in the kitchen, winging it by this big, tough lady dwarf. Rosette, you are...
I'm also doing something else on the side too.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you later this
Oh.
round.
Okay. But before the round begins, at the top of the hour, 6 p.m.,
Oh, jeez.
an event
Oh geez.
occurs. And you hear the sounds. Do, 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 the little trumpets. Now announcing the arrival of Grand Princess Eutropia. Dun, dun, dun. And the Grand Princess, Merir, since you are at the front, you will be the first, of course.
I'm missing
to see all
everything.
this. The Grand Princess
only
arrives with a fellow woman. So first, the Grand Princess Eutropia arrives, and she is accompanied by her lovely dog, where some of the nobles kind of like sneer at each other. She also arrives alongside another, who you hear local gossipers refer to as Lady Gloriana Marilla of the Pathfinder Society. And they come through the Arcade of Triumph. The High Strategos and Princess Eutropia pass each other by, they give each other a look, and then Princess Eutropia makes her way to the gardens. If you were not to follow her, Lady Lothide would ping you and tell you, I see that the princess has arrived. It seems that she is getting ready for a speech. Lady Gloriana Marilla has already helped her on top of the podium, or the stage, as it will. This,
Marie, let us know.
surely, is going to be exciting.
Can you live stream this?
Yes. So as the princess arrives, dozens of senators, well-wishers, and hanger-ons have begun to gather around the newly arrived Princess Eutropia, Stavian, who has slipped into the gala. By the time, though, that she makes her way to the garden, she has attracted a large gaggle of several dozen nobles. And Lady Gloriana Marilla is currently engaging everyone in conversation, and then eventually she clinks her glass and says, Ladies and gentlemen of the Senate, the Grand Princess Eutropia intends to give a speech to you all. But first, would someone be so kind as to fetch the young man tonight, Lord Kalbio of Breezy Creek? And everyone's kind of like murmuring and running around like, where's Lord Kalbio? Has anyone seen Lord Kalbio? Hey, has anyone seen Lord Kalbio, or soon to be Lord Kalbio?
Yep, and right as she asks this, it's like, Rosetta, get out of here now!
What is the problem?
Lady Eutropia is asking for Kalbio.
Shit, well, I am busy. I will send him on his way.
You're not gonna come?
But then how do I come all the way back? Is this for free?
Yeah, remember, you can move throughout the Senate for free.
Okay.
So,
Alright, I need to escort my friend. I shall return because I have one more question for you about this philosophy, but right now I believe it is about time that the princess is arriving.
oh, yes, of course.
So, soon to be Lord Kalbio needs to, be witness to these events. Thank you so much. Like I said, I shall return. I have one more question, but right now I need to take my friend, and I'll take his arm again.
And drag Kalbio to the garden.
This is the big deal. Deep breath.
He says, where are we going, Miss Kasner?
The princess has asked for you.
Well, for me?
Yes, and I get to escort you, and she will see my face.
All right, and you enter. Has anyone seen...
I have him right here.
Oh, Lady Marilla looks over.
It is a pleasure to meet you. I am Lady Rosette Kasner, and I have the soon-to-be Lord Kalbio right here. He is a good friend of mine.
Ah, and Princess Eutropia steps over to the edge of the stage.
I'll give it like a deep curtsy.
And she says, thank you, Lady Kasner, for escorting the gentleman, the belle of the ball tonight, as it were.
Yes, but of course it was my pleasure.
Lord Kalbio, you would be so kind, please, I would like you to step onto stage.
And I'll like motion for him to go and like give him a little nod.
Okay. Oh, well,
You got this.
pleasure to meet you, Princess. And Princess Eutropia gives you a wonderful smile. Just thank you, Lady Castle.
Yes, but of course it was my pleasure. I give another deep curtsy.
Yeah, and you see her dog goes, oof, kind of like rushes up to you. Please, forgive Taldogus. He gets excited in such events.
That is very well, no problem for me.
Would you mind watching him while I do this?
Okay, sure, I can do that.
Ah, excellent. Thank you so much.
I'll go grab his leash.
All right. And the Grand Princess. Oh, poor Dr.Erik. He's just stuck back there baking. are you like pinging him? Like, what, man? What's going on? I want to be there.
I'm gonna wave to my brother.
Where the people are.
I'm gonna wave to my brother from across the way, like give like a little, hey, look at what I got.
And as the Grand Princess kind of sets up Kalbio on the stage, Merir, you notice a couple things. First, the mysterious gentleman disappears.
If he kills Kalbio, I swear to God.
Second, Earl Yander Merkondus makes his way to an adjacent section of the stage.
Nobody better.
And then the high Strategos is coming your way.
Merir, since he's already there, he's already holding the door open, quietly just stands at the side, just trying to blend it in the background as he holds the door open for Maxilar, as should be expected of a lesser noble. No one to pay attention to. Do not look in my direction.
And he gives you just barely a nod. He takes a position at the edge of the gardens. Grand Princess Eutropia begins to speak as Lady Gloriana Marilla loudly clinks her glass and declares that Princess Eutropia would like to address the gathering. And so the music stops. And with the announcement, the crowd gives Eutropia some space, and Gloriana helps her and Kalbio get on to the small little stage. And the Grand Princess begins to speak, with Kalbio standing up there and feeling super awkward. My friends, colleagues, and assorted enemies, it is wonderful to see you all out in your finery beneath the beautiful stars tonight. With any luck, the weather will be the only thing that refuses to change this evening. But we have all gathered here tonight to honor Master Kalbio of Breezy Creek, a master artisan and true patriot, for his exquisite skill and service to our glorious empire. Master Kalbio demonstrates so eloquently that a heart may be noble regardless of the stature of one's birth. And while it may be premature, I hope to be the first to congratulate you, sir, on the exaltation you will see tonight and welcome you into the ranks of Taldor's long-lived aristocracy. And Kalbio is like, thank you, he's like stuttering over his word. Thank you, Princess. Please, Lord Kalbio, take a bow. This night is about you, after all. As Kalbio takes a bow, you hear kind of like an excited applause.
Yes, you did it.
I'm doing it. He like looks back at you like,
I give him like an encouraging nod.
Okay. Deep breaths. Yes. Thank you, Lord Kalbio. But when the princess turns back to the crowd, we have all gathered here tonight to honor Master Kalbio, but we gather here to discuss matters of state as well, everyone. And just as the exaltation reminds us that our glorious empire must always look out into the world to refresh the greatness of its leadership, we must all look out into the world around us and see how it has grown. The child nations our empire birthed, Doran, Cheliax, Last Wall, and so many more, have grown strong by examining the great traditions they inherited from our motherland and embracing those relevant to this new world and discarding those that held them back. So too will we, this very night, examine one of Taldor's oldest traditions, agnatic primogeniture, with eyes wide open, to determine whether it has held us back from the glory and stability our wayward states have found. Our obligation tonight is not about one person or one vote in the Senate. It is about the nation we love and about ensuring that nation does not fall behind the times. We are the inheritors of mighty Aslan, and I say that we must work together to avoid sharing that old empire's fate. Taldor endures, and the room erupts into applause. I'll put the little speech in chat for you. Taldor endures. And so the princess continues to speak. Oh, you like that one? The princess continues to speak, but those of you in the garden, I would like a perception check. Who's in the garden?
Me.
Just you?
Could Merir do it? He's adjacent.
Yeah, Merir. Let's say you kind of move out of the way.
The jewels is.
There you go towards the top. Merir.
Thank you.
I mean, I was hoping to head to the garden.
Would you like to be in the garden for the event?
Yes.
All right. And then give me a perception check. First, let me get everyone's response to Princess Eutropia's speech. What are your responses? Like, how are you feeling?
This is good. Let
Despite
women
being-
do it.
Are you like very adamant in your like support?
Well, I'm clapping. Also, I'm holding her dog. So obviously, what does it look like?
Maria, what is your kind of response?
He's
Princess
well,
gives the speech.
he likes her words, but he doesn't want to get his hopes up for now, so he will simply clap politely.
Ah, all right. And Bruadar, what is your response? How's Bruadar feeling about the princess's speech?
Bruadar is feeling pretty good. She is clapping.
Like very, very obviously.
Kind of like the medium obvious, like, oh yes, we're clapping. Yes.
Okay.
But like feeling it inside, but watching other people around.
All right. So, unfortunately, Bruadar, you are enamored with the princess. But
Makes
Merir and Rosette, so she's finished the big part of her speech, but she's still like giving other bits and pieces. She's at the tail end of it now. And you see, during the speech, one of the serving staff seems to have broken off from the group and is heading towards the apiary near the edge of the courtyard, where the bees are. What do you do?
Can I tell the dog to go stop him?
No.
Okay, well, Rosette is kind of near the podium, so it's a bit hard for her to move. She's got the dog too, so Maria will say, "You see that one, Rosette?"
Yes, I see that one.
That's sorry.
Can you do something?
I can move to intercept.
Yes, do this.
All right.
Bump into them or something.
Merir, so you move to intercept. Give me an acrobatics or athletics check to see if you can get there fast enough to intercept this serving staff member who has broken off from the rest of the group.
Yeah, so it's apparent that he shouldn't be doing this, right?
Right, to you. He has broken off from the group and is heading towards the apiary. But he is a member of serving staff. So, excellent. Merir, you dash over towards the beehives. You make your way over and you intercept the little serving fellow. And he says, "Oh, excuse me, sir. I have to deliver something to the bees." And you can see in his hand, he's got what looks like a wafer.
Yeah, Maria has no concept of what bees actually need because he has a no nature training. But since he's got perception, Maria will pretend like, are you sure? I needed a refill, but well, now that you've brought it up, what is it that you're doing with these bees? I'm not so familiar with the intricacy. Actually, no. No, he wouldn't admit that he doesn't know how beekeeping works. He would pretend to know what it is in the hopes of making this guy trip over himself trying to lie to him.
Well, in fact, Merir, he seems rather honest. Maybe even clueless. He says, well, sir, I don't really know the the importance of it either. All I know is that one of the Taldan phalanx said I needed to drop this off by the bees. Now, if you excuse me, I really don't want to get in trouble.
Wait. The phalanx, not the whoever is properly assigned to tend the bees.
Well, I'm it's not really my position to question the authority, sir. All I know is I was supposed to drop this little snack off to the bees.
Yes, but it may not be yours, but it is mine.
Are you trying to take it from him?
Yeah,
But he says, no,
I
sir,
would-
I really don't want to get in trouble.
If anyone wishes to take umbrage with you for this, you do this under the will of Merir de Vandegrift. I'll take responsibility for this, as he needs to get to Eric. Ask about what this wafer is.
Yeah. You're pinging wafer like,
Lord.
Eric, I got more snacks for you. But he goes, oh,
Yeah, I would hear my name directed the one time. Like everything else was just like white noise to him.
Yeah, it's like,
Eric.
another detail he would add for asking for the servant to hand it over is that a soldier of the Phalanx has no business feeding the bees. Like, what if he's overfeeding it? What if they've already been fed?
but sir, I really don't want to get in trouble. So this is going to give you an opportunity. You can roll intimidation if you want to be more mean about it, to have him hand it over, or you can roll diplomacy if you want to take a more soft.
Can I cause a distraction to aid?
Well, you're holding Taldogus.
Right. Well, what I was gonna do is maybe try and like sneeze really loud and scare the dog so it like barks really loud, and then.
But
if
how
the
will that reflect
servant-
on you if you can't keep the dog under control?
Well, it doesn't matter. The dog's just gonna bark. I'm gonna still hold it, but then it will make the servant turn, and when it turns, he can snatch it.
Well, it's up to you. I think he can handle it with a single roll.
Okay.
He's not trying to snatch it or steal it. He's just trying to get him to give it over.
Right.
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. Fair enough.
All right. So diplomacy if you're taking the kind approach. Intimidation if you're trying to leverage your military prowess.
Yep, Maria will use the diplomacy because he's a nice guy. The servant's just doing what he's told. It's just
Yep.
he just doubts the intentions of those who told him to do it.
All right. Ooh, excellent, Maria.
That's a good roll.
That is a good roll. As the servant says, well, as long as you promise I'm not going to get in trouble for this.
And then he will nod and say, "If you would accompany me, I wish to inquire with a learned associate of mine on the position of this wafer.
Oh, well.
Remain with me, and I will vouch for both this action and your accompanying of my person."
Well, sir, I have a job to do, so unfortunately I can't just follow you around. But I'll be happy to give it to you as long as you make sure I don't get in trouble. I'm gonna trust you.
You have my word as a knight of Talda.
Oh, you're not. Well, here you go, good sir. And he kind of hands the wafer over to you. The guy was very clearly, Maria, clueless to what was going on.
Yep, okay, yep. Maria will nod as he'd ask for the servant's name just to make sure he knows who to stand up for in the future.
His name's Jim.
This gets it.
But eventually, with all that kerfuffle done, the princess finishes the closing remarks of her speech. She steps down. Kalbio steps down. He says, "Oh my lord, did you see that, Lady Kasner?
I did. I saw all of it. That was right here.
I did it." And the princess makes her way over and says, "Ah, Lady Kasner,
Oh, yes.
thank you so much for watching Taldogus. I hope he did not give you any trouble."
No, he was completely fine. Very good dog.
"Wonderful, good boy." And she pats his head on him.
Thank you for giving me the honor. I enjoyed your speech.
"Oh, thank you. I'm curious, Kasner. You are related to Senator Kasner, are you not?
Yes, he is my brother.
Do you know how your brother plans to vote tonight? There is a lot for the ladies of your house to gain."
This is true, and I believe my brother knows this, but I will not say much more on the matter, for that is his business and not mine, unfortunately. He knows how to treat his sisters well, though. And I give her a wink.
I'm sure he does. He is a pious and holy man, after all. Good heart.
Yes, he is good.
But as your conversation is kind of trailing towards the end, she begins getting swarmed by more people. Please excuse me.
Yes, it has been a pleasure.
Come, Taldogus. Taldogus goes, "Arf," and he makes his way back over. And that will end event 3.
Whew! That was good, Merir. Crisis averted.
Yes, excellent work, milady.
That was all you. I just held the dog.
And Bruadar's like, "I clap." All right, Kalbio's like, whoa, I can't believe the princess wanted me to get up on stage with her.
You
Oh my
are
gosh.
the big news.
Oh, I think I need to go sit down for a second. This has all been so exhausting. Do you mind, Miss Kasner?
No, I do
Can I
not.
take a little break?
Please make yourself comfortable. I will find you if I need you.
Yeah. And he makes his way. Oh, let's say he goes up to one of the upper galleries to kind of just sit.
Take a breather.
Take a breather. He's oh my lord. And so, Lady Kasner, it is your move.
I gotta go back to the library.
And what are you doing in the library?
I'm coming back to see my buddy pal.
All right, Duke Leonard Centimus.
Yeah, so I think I want to do my mission.
Okay, and what are you trying to do?
So
Kind of the next step is the fact that the Duke is looking for a specific text. That is the next step.
do I have to do that right now?
If you're doing your mission. Yes.
That's part of my mission.
That's part of your mission, is to help the Duke find the text.
Okay.
Now, remember, this archive is a mess. You used to work in archives. Think of it completely and utterly unorganized.
That's how it was when I got there.
Yeah, so very difficult. Now, there is a guide kind of showing people around and stuff. So you could inquire, see if you could get some assistance.
Sure, can I ask about where the philosophy section is?
Well, so you leave the Duke for now and head to the main section of the archives.
Yeah, pretend I didn't even go back there. I went straight to the
Alright. And Count Orlundo is currently finishing up his conversation with Duke Avenath. Count Orlundo is going to return to the Senate Hall.
Bye.
And you're going to see Remy come to speak with the gentleman.
Does he say hello? He does not know I'm here.
Right. You guys haven't talked to each other yet, so if you're trying to keep that on the down low for now, that's fine. But he is currently engaged in conversation with this gentleman.
Sure. Because I'm gonna guess he saw me at the speech. We kind of made like a knowing eye contact. He's like, I'm not gonna ask what you're doing here. I'm just gonna pretend like you're supposed to be here.
Okay.
He knows me well enough to not ask.
But he does seem to be in a quite animated conversation with the gentleman here.
Well-
But we can touch on that next round.
That's not my business.
Au contraire, it may be your business.
Oh no, I am just looking for this book.
Well, now you are moving around, and maybe you're kind of following the guide. And so, why don't you give me diplomacy to kind of socialize with the crowd, ingratiate yourself to the guide, and I'll kind of hit you with some information.
Public?
Yes. Ooh, excellent. As you socialize with the crowd, a guide leads a group of nobles over to an old blueprint of the Senate building. The guide explains that the current structure was built atop the ruins of several older Senate constructions. To keep the attention of the crowd, the guide goes on to describe how some levels of the old Senate involve the intentional immurement of workers, a grim reward from the nobles of the time.
What does this mean?
Does anybody know what immurement means?
Immurement?
They were buried alive.
They were buried in the walls.
Okay.
It's live entombment in the walls, is basically what he's saying.
This place is haunted.
As the fellow is giving the guide, though, he sees that you seem rather interested. He says, milady, do you have an interest in history?
History, but also philosophy.
Oh, philosophy. Well, unfortunately, I am sorry to say of the state of the archives today, but
Yes,
there's something I could help you locate.
Do I know the name of the book?
You do not. All you know is that it is a tale of a young wizard that discuss kind of philosophy and law.
I am looking for this book. I do not know the name. It is perhaps lost to time, but it is about a wizard who discuss philosophy and law, and I thought maybe it could be somewhat relevant to current day and age.
Young wizard, philosophy. Oh,
Perhaps Harry Potter and Philosopher's Stone?
I think I know what text that you speak of.
You know this?
Yes, I think I do. Although I do believe I have some unfortunate news.
Oh no, what is this?
Well, once again, it shames me to admit, but given the nature of the archives,
Yes, you need an
things
archive.
have not been preserved well. in the text of which you speak, I believe it is over 250 years old, and without proper preservation, it is likely unsalvageable, if not barely legible. Could point you in the direction of where you might find it, but I worry that the text may not be in any good condition. Unless you, of course, have the means to repair such a thing.
I mean, I have some crafting, but,
Well, there are tools here, if you would like to try your hand at repairing it.
yes.
I'm sure, no one else is unfortunately taking care of the archive, so a little community effort, I think, would go a long way.
Of course, I am quite the philanthropist, after all.
Well, excellent. Well, I must continue giving tours
Yes,
to the
can you
nobles.
point me in the way?
Absolutely. And he points you to the room way in the back.
Okay.
So we will stop you there, as that gets you your second success. But there's an issue. The book might be unsalvageable.
I will try my best.
We shall move to Dr.Erik, cooking it up in the kitchen. Things are going good. And she is like, perhaps you're not as bad as I thought. Mr. Oh, I'm sorry, hon. I didn't catch your name.
How's Frank?
Frank. Mr. Frank. Well, excellent. Well, you've proven yourself in the kitchen. I think I can handle it here from now, dear, though, so I appreciate all the help. Perhaps I could write you a recommendation to the Shilonite Culinary Institute.
Well, no, that would be wonderful. But, I mean, for now, actually, you've been here, I'm pretty sure, all day, since we're on the more of the
It's the crack
waiting
of dawn,
process.
sir. But
Yeah, since we're on the waiting process,
they
so
wanted
we can
the
take a break.
best cakes and pastries of the entire day. Oh, no. I could not leave my station. And she's still like a mad woman, running around the kitchen. But, Dr. Erik, you've ingratiated yourself to her. So she's less inclined to view you as suspicious. So it presents an opportunity to you.
Okay. So, during the 30 minutes we were baking, though, I will
Yes.
say that I took some time to utilize a lot of the raw materials to work something out for myself as well.
Oh, is it because you have Scrounger?
Not because I have Scrounger, it's because I have quick alchemy.
Okay.
I wanted to use one of my vials while making some stuff in there to re-up on one of my elixirs.
Okay, which one? The Infiltrators?
Yes.
Okay.
So while we were doing the baking, I was also kind of like had a table of like other things going on to build it up. Is that cool?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. So I just have that on the side. But during this time, did I get a glance at the wine in here?
Yeah, you can see, and it seems a lot of the wealthier wines are in here. And you do see
Okay.
the bottle. It's got the, the little Feed family insignia on it, as well as like a
Okay.
lovely little note about presented to the illustrious attendees of the Exaltation Gala. Please forgive us, we were not able to come this day, but we hope that this wondrous 150-year-old wine will serve. So she's still running around, she's still focused, and she's very clearly trying to set up not only a spread, but an artistic spread, and that includes the wine. So you'll have to kind of like in between her like moving around all over the kitchen, squeeze your way in there. And remember, Martella gave you a syringe.
Yes. I'm going to attempt to cover one bullshit with another bullshit. So, like you said, there is a general gathering of high-level drinks here.
Yes.
Alongside that wine. I will grab one of the other wines near it that has a stronger alcohol content. And he's actively just reading it and everything. And since it's not that one, I would openly ask her, like, do you mind instead of the recommendation, I just get a shot of this, as a,
What?
let's say, payment.
What? No, absolutely not. Mr. Frank,
Oh.
I'm not quite sure who you are, but this is meant for the nobility. Some of it's going to be
Oh.
served to the highest class here in Talbot. I cannot.
Oh, my apologies. Well, what about that one over there? And I look for one of the much cheaper ones that are still high in alcohol content.
And she is adamant. No, sir.
All right, fine. Can I at least read it and envy what could have been?
I feel like now she's a little suspicious.
All right.
Why don't you give me... What's your angle here? Give me.
I want to try and grab a shot of one of the non-special ones, while also doing the syringe for the important one.
Well, do you want the bad news?
Yes.
Sounds like a thievery check.
Yes, I'm aware.
You do have deception. You could perhaps try to distract the baker, although she is suspicious of you currently. She's like, Mr. Frank, surely you must understand I have allowed you to assist me here in the kitchen, but this is of the most import. They will hang me at the gallows if they find out that you had taken a sip from their wine, and it will ruin my reputation.
All right.
This is By the way, this is your final thing. This is the last thing you need to overcome before you complete your mission. So
Yeah.
basically, every mission has 3 parts, just so everyone is aware.
Okay.
So keep that in mind. You are on part 3. So get creative. Sell me on a solution.
Hot damn.
Because if you want to sneak it without her seeing, probably need stealth or thievery. Or if you want to try to draw her attention elsewhere to get in there quick enough to do it, it'd be a deception, create a diversion.
Let me ask you this based on what I'm understanding from her visually.
Mm-hmm.
She works hard,
Oh,
right? Yeah. And
master of her
does
craft.
she look like it is stressful? Like, has it been something that she's been doing heavily?
Well, I mean, it's stressful enough, like any restaurant when you're in busy time. It's the dinner rush and everything's fucking crazy. But she's got the added pressure of she graduated from a prestigious Shelenite academy. She's one of the best pastry chefs in all of Taldor. So it's not just, she's used to the pressure, I would say.
Okay. I wanted to try and diplomacy my way actually through this. I want to try and convince her to say, hey, take a load off, grab a sip, you deserve it.
You're crazy.
It's crazy. Alright, I will allow it.
Can try.
So yeah, I will tell her, listen, on top of your class at one of the best schools, and I will mention that school name because I'm assuming that's something that I will be somewhat familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, these royals are never going to give you a break no matter what day you decide to work your best. You deserve a shot, at least one. Come on. They would never give it to you before, and they never give it to you after your hard work.
Time to roll.
Alrighty. This is gonna be so bad.
Oh, not bad. Okay, sweeten the deal, Dr.Erik.
I'll look at one, like I said, it's not the highest level one. Mm-hmm. It's just a nicer one. I'll grab the bottle and I'll name it off. I'll say the year. I'm just like, at what point in your lifetime do you think you'll ever have a single sip of something like this?
But sir, I have my craft to think about. My reputation. If this were to get out, it would be scandalous.
I pop it open and I look around and I was like, I only see you and me.
You shut the door behind you. Oh. Well, I suppose I earned a little treat, I suppose. I spent all my time making these treats for the nobility, and I do enjoy it. Ah, screw it. You convinced me. It'll be our little secret.
The bakery. And hard work.
Yes, to the bakery. And you clink a glass together. And so what are you doing in the moments that she is taking her hit?
So yeah, I'm leaning back on the table, but the other hand that's supposed to be holding me against the table, I'm popping the syringe in that bottle.
Yeah, you stick it through the cork.
Yeah, right through the cork.
And as that happens, Dr.Erik, she, throws her head back. She goes, wow, that was something.
And they keep this all to themselves.
I know. I mean, not to say that I don't own a successful business or anything, but even I can't afford anything like this.
Imagine if we did this with Jello or cupcakes. A nice shot of that would be
You're
really fun.
Something, my boy, Mr. Frank there. But as fun as this has been, I really must get back to work. Dinner will be in a few hours.
Yes.
And all these pastries are not going to bake themselves.
Business always comes first. I'm glad you had a little fun, though, you know?
Well, thank you for showing me a good time and for all your help in the kitchen. But I think I got it from here.
All right, I will leave you be, and I will clean up after myself here and there. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening.
You too, Mr. Frank. And you make your way. You complete your mission, Dr.Erik. And well, what's it look like on your way out? How you feeling?
It looks like Jay did not roll J rolls, and I'm like, dude, you don't understand. It's beating.
Your heart was beating.
I was like, here comes the J roll. Here it comes. It's gonna come right now. Here it comes.
You've never been so stressed baking pastries.
Oh my god. We will grab a couple of the glasses that I put down next to the door, take another sip of the elixir that I've made from that time, and act like nothing has ever happened.
Oh yeah, hell yeah! And Dr.Erik is the first one to complete his mission. Congratulations!
Hooray! Oh wait,
Which means you're a free agent now to help others out and start building relationships.
After I go to the bathroom and get my stuff back.
Yeah.
Because I got 10 minutes.
Oh, right.
I thought you meant for real.
I thought you meant for real. Sorry.
I got 10 minutes to get back to being Eric
So
in front of the people.
as he rushes to the bathroom, Merir, we move to you, and I assume, Eric, you pin the group, say mission accomplished.
Oh, yeah.
The eagle has flown the nest, or whatever.
Well done.
Lady Martella says, excellent work.
The grape has fermented.
I hope it was not too much trouble. The grape is fermented. I like that.
That caught you late.
I hope it was not too much trouble, Dr. Eric.
It was more fun than I thought, actually.
See,
Perhaps I should brush up on my sleight of hand.
I told you would have a good time. But now that your task is complete, surely you would like to spend some time. There are many people. I can see that Bruadar is already ingratiating herself to people as well as Merir. Remember, tonight is not all just about work, friends. But do keep up the good work, and I'm happy to hear your reports.
Maria will go ahead and, since Eric is a bit busy, unshifting by waiting.
Are you like waiting outside the bathroom door?
Let me get back in there.
He's like, I'm not walking in there. I don't know if he's taking a shit as well, so I'm just gonna. So he'll first just go over to Bruadar while he presumably waits for Eric, and say, "Hey, Bruadar, does this smell fuck to you?" As he holds out the wafer for her to smell. Actually, he smells it himself as well.
You can give me a crafting check.
Oh, okay. Well, I am untrained, but that doesn't actually stop me from rolling.
It does not stop you from rolling.
Smell it and I'll check it too.
That's godlike logic. Oh my lord.
Merir, you feel the sudden urge to lick it.
Like, oh damn, it's good, but I really shouldn't.
Let me take a look. Let me take a look, dear. Don't do what you think you're doing. I can tell by your face. Don't.
What do you mean?
Ah, Bruadar. You, and I would love to hear how you flavor this. But Bruadar, you take a look at the wafer. And you give it a smell. And you realize that the wafer is emitting a special scent that would agitate bees and send them into a frenzy. How do you know this, Bruadar? Did you keep bees with you and your husband?
Yeah, we made mead and wines and things because we made spirits, so that would have been a part of being a beehive in the back.
Well, it seems somebody had alchemically altered this wafer to release a scent that would have sent the bees into a frenzy.
Oh, who did you take that from, dear?
A servant had been instructed by what is apparently one of the gods around here to.
Well, so the guards and the
deliver
phalanx are separate. So remember
okay.
that.
So a soldier of the phalanx had instructed one of the servants to deliver it to the aviary. The servant, I think, was ignorant, but the soldier may have been an agent of someone.
Bruadar, you know, maybe your past history with your husband who was an alchemist, right? You know, you get the sense like this was happening at the same time that Princess Eutropia was giving her speech. had this gotten to the bees, it would have been like bee chaos all in the gardens. And it would have utterly ruined her speech. It would have also been quite embarrassing.
Gotcha. Okay. Dear, and you said you got it when she was having the speech, right?
Oh, yes. I only just caught him before he reached the aviary.
Oh, that's good, dear, because that would have created a whole kerfunkle of some really pissed off bees, eh? It would have been a horrible mess, and we would have never heard her speech. It would have been gosh awful. So good job taking it up. My second response is if you find the servant, ask what that guard looks like so we can go ahead and punch the bejesus out of him. Because the gods need to meet him.
I will keep this in mind, as Merir kicked himself for not remembering to ask for the guy's name, but he was a bit busy.
The panic kicked in, it was like,
You know, Merir, you met the little servant fellow. The likelihood that he would have even known is unlikely.
Yeah, personally, I was also thinking, like, okay, he would have only remembered the guy's uniform.
Exactly. All right, Merir. So you go to Bruadar, kind of get some help. You didn't even need Eric, who, of course, you see exit the bathroom. But you are currently on your mission, as well as you have a turn, basically, to do some stuff.
As much as I want to ingratiate myself with either the Baroness for being a military reform or with the Duke Talbot on account of him also wanting to revitalize the economy, because both of those are linked, whether or not the military likes it or not. He does have a mission, so he'll just go back to trying to gossip around for information.
All right. So you're moving around. You can see that the High Strategos is still in the garden, as well as Earl, Yander, Merkondus, but you do not have any eyes on the mysterious gentleman. So you can give me, as always, diplomacy to see if you can pick up on any conversations about the High Strategos or the Earl and his retinue, and see what else you might learn. Remember, Martella asked you pick up on anything strange they might be doing, but it's also gather intel on his retinue. So Martella knows who Earl Yander Merkondus is, but doesn't really know much about him. And of course, we have the mysterious gentleman that no one seems to know anything about at first glance. So, and that will be your 2 next objectives to complete your mission.
As advised, Merir does not try to engage directly with Earl Merkondus. It seems like a bad idea, even out of character to me. He'd suss me out in a second, because I assume he also has lied to me.
He is very charming. And like I said, you got a sense that he's kind of the wheeler and dealer of the party. You know, he's going...
Yeah, he might trick a confession out of Merir in an instant.
Yeah.
So he'll hang around on the periphery at most.
Okay. And give me...
Can I add the +1 from Courtly Graces?
Yes, because there are other various minor nobility around. So let's see what you can learn about Earl Yander Merkondus. Ooh. Good roll. So, as you're asking about the Earl, well, maybe not asking about, but kind of engaging in conversation, and you overhear the Earl speaking with others. And they say, "Oh, Earl Yander Merkondus, won't you tell us that story again? How is it that you came into possession of your lands?" And he says, "Yes. You see, I was born to a life of ease and of power. They called me a precocious and intelligent boy whose parents doted upon him and provided me with private tutors in composition, rhetoric, and science. But alas, my closest confidant was my older brother, Evernet. We spent many a day shirking our lessons and exploring our parents' mansion. But I'm afraid one rainy day when I was 8 years old, me and my brother slipped while climbing from one of the exterior balconies to another. Both of us fell to the cobblestone walk 3 stories below, and Abadar, bless my brother, he died instantly. I survived, but my spine was injured badly in the fall." And they say, "Oh, Earl, Yander Merkondus, that is terrible. What of your parents?" They say, "Oh, yes, my parents. It's as if tragedy just simply follows me. My parents unfortunately died in an accident when I was 15, a carriage accident, which left me unfortunately with the family's extensive barren manor, several successful trading companies, and the title of the Earl of the Western Rushing Marches, a large swath of land along Taldor's swampy Moda prefecture. And you get a sense that, to the observers, Earl Yander Merkondus's story is that of someone who overcome adversity since childhood to become a successful man. And so that's kind of the angle. And he is like feeding into that. A little bit of history on the Earl. But yeah, it seems like, unfortunately, his family has had a history of terrible, terrible things. And even though he has survived, he has sustained severe damage to his back and spine. And the other nobility are like eating the story up. They say, oh, Earl Yander Merkondus, you have, of course, no doubt, overcome incredible hardship. And yet look at you, a successful merchant lord, a businessman, and you have the company of the High Strategos, no less. He says, yes. The High Strategos has taken me into his council. He very much appreciates my abilities despite my unfortunate history. And so, Merir, what's kind of your response to that?
Yeah, it's like, of course, Merir keeps his opinions to himself because I don't want to draw his attention and I get either exposed or my reputation annihilated. But it's a bit too early to, his older brother dying. It's like, he was 8 years old. That's way too early to start plotting. But it's curious that the calamities that befall people, out of the ones I've heard so far, both of those just happened to be in the way of his inheritance.
Maybe you relay that information to everyone else. What's their thoughts on the Earl Yander Merkondus?
I feel bad for this dude. Jesus Christ. But also he's rich, so I guess not really.
He seems like he's full of himself.
Oh dear, I feel like something suspicious is going on. Really, a carriage accident or murder? I'm just saying.
It's entirely possible. All the arrogance and the being full of himself is a coping mechanism. But, there is the slightest possibility he was fucked up from the start.
Who's to say?
Someone with their nose that high up their own ass. Just saying. They're probably doing something in the background and stabbing something.
I agree with Bruadar on this.
A valuable piece of information nonetheless, Martella kind of chimes in. Well done, Maria. The more we know about our potential oppositions, friends, and allies, the better we will be able to respond in the future. It seems this Earl Yander Merkondus has gone to great pains to spin this story of his. Whether it remains to be true, I suppose, is another matter. Well done. And so, Bruadar, you will close us out tonight. You have not made any progress on your mission yet. So, just to be clear, so I don't know if you want to spend some time doing so.
Yes, that was my plan for this next round.
All right, so you make your way back to the Senate Hall. Baron Nicholas Okerra is, of course, very, very popular, and he is struggling to get rid of his hanger-ons. He says, please, I must return to the gardens, everyone. I will have time to tell you stories later. And so, Bruadar, you approach Baron Nicholas Okerra. And what is your angle? What are you going for?
So I'm going to grab his arm like I'm helping him, and she's going to go, oh, dear, I need you to come this way. It's real important. Come with me now, dear. Sorry, guys. He's got to go. Come on, let's go.
And you see the other nobles, they get, did you just see what happened? That dwarf grabbed the bell. And you start dragging him off. He's like, excuse me, miss. I appreciate your assistance, but I think I can walk on my own. Is there a reason for this?
Oh, no, dear. I just thought you wanted to get away from those guys. They seemed like they were on you like last week's news. You looked like you needed a break. Do you want to get a drink?
Well, I will admit that sometimes it is hard to shake off the admirers. But, and he kind of looks over, you guys kind of make your way towards the garden. He says, I suppose you did assist me in that matter, so sure, I can spare some time to share a drink. They call over a servant with a sherry, Just tell me, miss, to whom do I owe the pleasure?
The name's Bruadar, dear. Bruadar Mekish. Nice to meet you, and you are?
Baron Nicholas Okerra, madame.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Baron of Merir County, specifically.
Am I familiar with that county by any chance?
It depends on where you're from. I don't know if you picked a county. It would be Tandak Prefecture. So it's the prefecture to the west. I think I showed you guys a prefecture map. But...
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yes. So you're engaging Nicholas Okerra in conversation. You know, despite being a noble, he's rather friendly. You know, he's very kind of salt of the earth type of gentleman. He doesn't really, like, treat you any differently, you know, as if he's talking. He was a little shocked that you kind of, like, looped your arm around him. But he doesn't really seem to, like, concern himself with how other people view that. And so, what kind of topics do you engage in as you discuss with the Baron? You kind of know that he's a popular war hero, he's a tournament circuit champion, and he's a chief defender of law and order. So what's your angle here? Are you trying to directly influence him, or are you trying to just, like, discover and learn more about him?
She would probably go with the law and order of regarding, like, ranks and things like that. So she'd be talking about, since they had all heard her, like, talking about trade, she'd probably go in the directions of, like, the illegal brewing and stuff and the dangers of that and see if he had heard of that type of thing.
Ooh, okay. So you're trying to leverage his passion for the law to engage him in conversation. Yes. Okay. All right. So give me society. And this will be the last roll of the night. Society.
I'll take it.
All right. And so you begin engaging the Baron in conversation about law and all the things near Taldor. And he says, I am impressed, Lady Mashka. I did not know that you were such a proponent of the laws here in Taldor. Forgive my ignorance. I do not spend a lot of time surrounded by dwarves, but it's my understanding that you have an affinity for hierarchies.
Well, we do have that, yeah. But we also try to make sure that everything's going right and justice and the things at the end of the day, especially with running a business for how many years I did. I want to make sure it's fair and square with all the laws. Heaven forbid something goes wrong in that way.
You manage a business, you say?
I did. My kids took over. I'm now getting to be all freely willy-nilly now and just enjoy retirement.
Ooh. Bruadar, please roll me a perception check. As you mention your kids. Ooh, nat 20. Bruadar.
Yes.
Let's go.
Great way to close the session.
I'll probably be horrible the next session. I usually go super hot and then super cold.
Yo, welcome to my world, baby.
As you're talking to Baron Okerra, you're talking on topics of law, you know, but the alcohol gets to the both of you and the conversation becomes more casual. And as you mention your children, the Baron goes, oh, you have children. I was going to ask if you did. So you
I do, all grown, 3 of them.
All grown, huh? Well, to say there is nothing like heritage to really help us figure out what is the most important to us, right? Are your children healthy?
Oh, all 3 are. 2 are married and the other one's off in the wilds going bat crazy out there fighting the good fight. You know what I mean?
I do. You see, I have a daughter. Her name is Sally. She is, of course, not grown yet. She is but a mere 10 years old. But she is enamored with my stories. She has grown up with my zeal for adventure and my tales of heroism. And she constantly badgers me. She says she wants to be a great hero and warrior like her father. But she is only 10 years old. She's got a lot of learning to do before she can join the military. She's around here somewhere. I imagine she is up with the cloud. The reason I was returning to the gardens was to see if I could find her.
Oh, yeah, dear. You go right on ahead and go check on her. I understand. My youngest was the exact same way with my stories. You go and take care of her and give her a good big hug tonight. Because it's a busy night. I bet she'll be exhausted and dead asleep and hopefully sleeps through the night. You know what I mean?
But I'm gonna leave you with this, my dear Bruadar. As you say that, a little 10-year-old girl comes rushing along. And she's kind of got like little like white face paint on. She goes, Father, they have a clown. Will you take me to go see the clown? He says, but of course, Sally. You must forgive me. I've been engaging with Miss Marshka. Please introduce yourself. And she says very politely and bows, gives you a curtsy. Hello, Lady Marshka. She says, we were just having a discussion about, well, how lovely it is to have young girls and young boys just like you. And he like kneels down and pats her on the head. But Father, I'm not a little girl anymore. I'm going to be a warrior. I'm going to be a great warrior just like you. And he says, yes. Of course you will, dear. Bruadar, with your previous perception check, you noticed something about the Baron. He really responded when you talked about your children. And as Sally is playing around with her father, saying, I'm going to be a great warrior like you, a legendary champion. You can see that while he is outwardly encouraging her with a smile, there's a bit of sadness in his eyes as he does so. And he says, yes, dear, of course. As soon as you are of age, we will ensure that you receive the proper training to join Taldor's military, so you can be a great champion. And she says, yeah, I'm going to be a great champion, just like my father. He says, yes, you will, dear. But you can see, you've got that instinct, that mother's instinct, that there's, every time the Baron says it, there's a sadness behind his eyes. And that little detail is where I will leave you as we enter round 4. And so you might wish to accompany. The Baron does ask you, Miss Bruadar, would you like to accompany us as we go to see the clown?
Would absolutely love to. It's been forever since I've seen a clown perform.
Now come now, Sally. And he lifts her up, puts her on her shoulder. Let's go see the wondrous clown. And she's like, yeah. But Bruadar, before we close out the session, I'd like to get a sense of your reaction to what you saw with the Baron as you're accompanying him. And you can see, this man is a loving father. But what is your kind of response with that nat 20 pickup on that sense of sadness you feel behind his eyes? What do you think that's about?
The biggest question I do have is that he asked specifically if my kids were healthy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if something's wrong with her and she won't make it to adulthood.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
I thought the same thing, actually.
I was gonna say, as soon as he
shit.
was like, are your children healthy? I was like, is his kid sick?
Yeah,
Is
just the
yours not?
sadness behind those eyes of knowing something's wrong is like triggering in her.
You'll have to continue influencing the Baron to find out more, if you're correct.
Next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
On the next episode